Congratulations on obtaining self-healing factor IV9. When Fang Bing saw the drawn ability, he is excited. Because his original self-healing factor is super ability. Level 9 is also. Now gain this level 9 self-healing ability from Apocalypse. Definitely can integrate upgrade. Really. When Fang Bing just finished drawing. Immediately afterwards, a system mechanical beep was heard. Congratulations, your self-healing factor has increased to 10. Full level. Fang Bing quickly looked at the system introduction of the full-level self-healing ability. He is very much looking forward to it, because of the 9th level self-healing ability. It is already possible to decapitate him without dying. Cut off limbs or something. It can also recover quickly. What about 10th grade? Is it possible to achieve the legendary rebirth from a drop of blood? Self-healing factor LV10. Each of your cells contains your complete genes, as long as your soul is not completely wiped out. Even if there is only a drop of blood left, you can slowly restore it to its original state. Really, it is really rebirth from a drop of blood. Is this too exaggerated? Wouldn't he become an immortal existence in the future? But when Fang Bing carefully read the system introduction again, he found some problems. That is, this so-called rebirth from a drop of blood is limited. The first is after being attacked. The soul cannot dissipate. Otherwise, even if the body has not been completely destroyed, nor can it be recovered, it's all over. Another point. Fang Bing is in the system ability introduction. I saw the words slowly recovering from. This means, if it really reaches the point where there is only one drop of blood left, it is certainly impossible to restore it to its original state in an instant. 80% of it takes a lot of time, then you can slowly recover. Definitely. When recovering, it must have no defense at all. If someone finds out halfway, destroyed casually, or spotted by wild dogs, I licked it, it is estimated that it will be completely played. So, Fang Bing thinks, this self-healing factor has been raised to level 10. Higher own survival ability, but you can't just let yourself go. Otherwise, meta tough guy. Destroy yourself directly. There is no residue left, then damn it or die. Want to drop blood to be reborn? No one's ashes are left behind? After. Because of fear of pain, Fang Bing did not self-abuse himself to test his self-healing ability. Instead, he continued to test the power of the Iron Fist. Try this Iron Fist. What weapons can it be attached to? Then, he found out, this thing can not only be attached to weapons. It can also be attached to the Blade of Hell summoned by his super ability. But only attach one. There are also bows and arrows. Firearms do too. The power of the Iron Fist can be directly attached to the bow and the gun. Makes the bullets and arrows fired, the same power greatly increased. But it can also be enhanced, after one shot. Will enter the cooling period, but even so, Fang Bing is also very satisfied. This ability, equivalent to a blow that can cause him to explode 5 times as powerful in a short period of time. Quite practical and terrifying, because Tekken himself is weak though. That's because he was not originally strong. Even after 5 times the enhancement, one blow can't cause any actual damage to Fang Bing. But, based on Fang Bing's strength, after strengthening 5 times, that's just horrible. And if Fang Bing's strength in the future increase by 10%, that's when he used his Iron Fist. It will directly increase this percentage by 5 times. It is equivalent to increasing the strength by 50%. Not to mention, the power of this Iron Fist is only at level 5. Wait until you get to level 10, it is estimated that the minimum can be increased to 10 times. That power. Fang Bing thought that there was no one else. No wonder Iron Fist of all ages. They all exist as Asgardians protecting Kunlun. And Fang Bing is also fortunate. Fortunately, when I was underground, what I encountered was not the previous generation of Tekken. It was Daniel Rand who just took office. Otherwise, check it out. The hardness of the rune wall that the previous Iron Fist set a seal on. Just know, the former Iron Fist, how powerful it should be. Fang Bing estimates himself now, it should be unbeatable. After that, after Fang Bing finished thinking about how to use the power of the Iron Fist, just about to open the portal back to Earth, just found out. A long time has passed. It's a new day, and the cooling time of his summoning circle. It has ended. This means he can now try to summon the Otherworlder again. So, Fang Bing was too lazy to return to Earth. Now the Hive Star has lost the security risk of Apocalypse. You can already let yourself toss. Just reach out and make a move. A summoning array made of Uru metal appeared in his hand. He threw it on the ground casually. Throw a can of herring on it. Read the summoning spell. After a while, Fang Bing found that this time it worked. His mind connected with a creature. He. Are you a pirate too? Do you like music too? Fang Bing. Haven't seen the summoned character yet. Fang Bing had already guessed who it was. He decisively signed an equal contract with the opposite party. Summoned it out. The summoning circle flashed with light. A handheld violin, skeleton with an exploding head, appears in the center of the circle. That's right. The person Fang Bing summoned this time. It is Brook, who has the fruit of the underworld in One Piece. And watch Brook appear in Fang Bing, already a skeleton queen. Just know, this former member of the Rumba Pirates already died once. Now maybe he has become a musician of the Straw Hats. After Brook was summoned, although it is the body of a skeleton, but still the same as other visitors from other worlds. He was immediately attracted by the sacrifice in the center of the summoning circle. He picked up the can of herring, after opening the cover. Take a deep breath. Ah, such a wonderful taste. By the way, is there any milk? Such a delicacy must be served with milk. Fang Bing knows, Brook's favorite food is milk. In order to make him eat the smelly canned herring in a hurry. Also in order to extract his underworld fruit ability. Fang Bing nodded. He pinched his nose and called out the gourmet generator. Made him a glass of fresh milk on the spot. A hand of milk. Brook, who had a can of herring in his hand, was excited. Start to feast on it. After a while, Fang Bing successfully heard the system prompt. But Fang Bing didn't rush to extract ability. Instead, he waited for Brook to finish eating. Chatted with Brook for a while. Learn about his situation. Then it was sent back to the original world. As for why he didn't stay. Be a helper or something. Mainly because Fang Bing felt that his strength could not help him. So, simply extract the ability. Get some more information. That's it. After Brook leaves, Fang Bing continued to throw canned herring to the center of the summoning circle. Chant the summoning spell. Really, the probability of summoning visitors from another world is not high. Just random. Fang Bing only summons some useless critters. Including the third call is the same. No special person was summoned. After using up all the times of summoning spells, only then did Fang Bing stop. Look carefully at the system log. He looked at Brook's ability list that was just extracted. Brook, Devil Fruit of the Underworld Fruit. It can be revived once after death. It can take the initiative to Soul Astral, and make the attack with the power of the soul. Wangchen Breath V5. After his death, his soul has been to Wangchen, contaminated with the breath of Wangchen, which can freeze the enemy's wounds when attacking. Master Level Fighting LV2. He has extremely superb melee fighting skills. Violin Performance LV9. He has extremely superb violin performance skills. Piano Performance IV9. He has extremely superb piano performance skills. After reading Brook's ability list, Fang Bing has no hesitation. Extraction was directly selected. Congratulations, you have obtained the Devil Fruit of the Underworld Fruit. Very good. After Fang Bing got this ability, it was turned on immediately. This is his first Devil Fruit ability. Although I heard that Devil Fruit also has side effects. For example, cannot swim, but it didn't matter to Fang Bing. And this Yellow Spring Fruit, for Fang Bing. Absolutely nothing, because it can be matched with the self-healing ability that Fang Bing has just upgraded to level 10. Well known. Wangchen Fruit has the greatest effect. Naturally, it can be resurrected once after death. The soul will be resurrected from the underworld. Then just be in the soul state. Find your body. You can successfully revive. Although Fang Bing doesn't know if there is a paradise in this world. But there is still hell. Important. The reason Brook was resurrected. Turned into a skeleton. It's because he doesn't have self-healing ability. That's why I can't recover my body. But Fang Bing is different. His 10th level self-healing ability. Promise. Even when he dies, only a little residue remains of the body. As long as the soul is resurrected, back to the body. Can also succeed in self-healing to restore the original appearance. The key is, own self-healing super ability. There is no cure for the problems of the soul. It is solved, according to the system introduction. The resurrection of the fruit of the underworld. But there are no restrictions, so Fang Bing thinks. Even if your soul is destroyed, it should be able to resurrect once. As for the resurrected soul, it was crawling out of the underworld. Or crawl out of hell. Then Fang Bing is not clear. Anyway, it is also impossible for him to kill himself once. Go try the ability of the Yellow Spring Fruit. Trust the system. That's right. Yellow spring fruit is a devil fruit in One Piece world. It is naturally impossible to have only one ability. Only one resurrection can be used, according to the system introduction. Also according to Fang Bing's own knowledge, this yellow spring fruit. It can also make people's soul astral, and let yourself have the soul power attached to the attack. Since dead and resurrected cannot be tested, then Fang Bing can only try these two additional abilities first. After he stood still, make up your mind. Start paying attention. After a while, when he thought about making himself soul astral, he found himself really successful, really from soul form. Came out of the body. Just walked out. Fang Bing felt a burst of coldness and malice. Hastily got into the body again. Never dare to try this ability easily again. Because he remembered, this world can be different from the world of pirates. The geographical dimension of this world is Mephisto. I like to run up, collect the souls of those humans. So, cannot soul astral, it's better not to try. Current self. The state of the soul is still too weak. When the soul astral, in case something goes wrong, you can only wait for the fruit of the underworld to play its role to revive yourself. Since soul astral can't be used casually, then Fang Bing can only try the last use. Attach soul power to weapons. Fang Bing took out the big sword casually. Start to try in the same way as soul astral just now. Soon, he felt something in his mind, attached to the big sword. Let the big sword. There was a faint cold light. But Fang Bing swung the big sword a few times. Subconsciously feel something is wrong. It was attached to the big sword just now. Is it your soul power? Then if the big sword is damaged, will my soul be hurt too? Fang Bing is a dog in the dog. The first time something happens, naturally, the first thing to think about is safety. Difficulty. For testing, Fang Bing pressed his hand to the ground. Made an iron sword casually. Then he attached the soul power to the iron sword. After, click, Fang Bing broke it directly. The iron sword broke instantly. Fang Bing felt a pain in his mind. But, not too serious, he recovered quickly. Fang Bing felt the loss. I can completely accept it. And their weapons are usually made of indestructible Uru metal. So rest assured. Only then did he pick up the big sword again. Attached to the soul power. Watch it, but be it. This stuff. It is said that it can hurt the soul of the enemy. Fang Bing has no one to try now. Oh, correct. Then, 10 seconds later, Fang Bing appeared in front of Apocalypse again holding a big sword. Apocalypse trembled with fright. Thought Fang Bing had regretted it again. Want to kill him with a sword. But, finally, under the explanation of Fang Bing, Apocalypse got it anyway. Fang Bing just wanted to test his new trick with him. Although unwilling in every possible way, that Apocalypse is like fish on the chopping block. There is no room for rejection at all. Can only choose to accept the test of Fang Bing. Fang Bing didn't really want to kill Apocalypse either. So he just picked up the big sword lightly, touched Apocalypse's body. Immediately, Apocalypse has adverse reactions. He felt a pain in his head. Only, the pain is not particularly severe. Still within tolerance, and when Fang Bing moved the big sword away from him, this pain has gone away. Fang Bing is next. Tried a few more times, until Apocalypse's face was as black as carbon. Just let him go. The results of the tests are already evident. Fang Bing is a weapon with soul power attached. It can indeed hurt a person's soul. It's just because Fang Bing originally's soul power wasn't too strong. It can only cause some interference to opponents at the Apocalypse level. But could not play a decisive role, but Fang Bing thinks, since Apocalypse is so powerful, will feel the pain of the soul, if it is an ordinary person. It is estimated that it will be gone immediately. So, this ability, the effect on Fang Bing is still there. Soul power is spiritual power, so it will also practice meditation with Fang Bing. With the improvement of mental power, and continue to increase its power. It can be regarded as an ability with a bright future. After testing Fang Bing's affairs on Hive Planet today, it's also completely over. He opened a portal. Walked in. When he appears again, has arrived at the villa on Earth. And at the moment, time in New York on Earth. It's already morning. Fang Bing has been tossing for so long. Feeling mentally exhausted. Then, he just woke up. Wanda practicing yoga in her living room. Say hello. He lay on the sofa in the living room, while admiring Wanda's dancing. One side squinted and rested, but soon, he found that he couldn't rest well like this. Instead, he became more and more excited, so he simply left the living room. Back to the bedroom. Wake up sound asleep. This sleep. It was very dark, until the afternoon. I just fell asleep. Wake up naturally. Fang Bing got up and looked at the time. It seems that there is nothing to do today, then. You can use the food maker leisurely. Got myself a roast leg of lamb. For lunch. Eat a whole leg of lamb. After drinking half a case of beer. Fang Bing is full of wine and food, only then opened the portal. Walked in. When he walked out, has arrived in London. Yes. He came to set up a stall again, but London can't hold back a few times. He has almost gone to a better university, in order not to arouse the ideas of various gods. Fang Bing is going to live 2 more times, just change the city. Enter the alley. Bring out the food truck. Push it to the school gate. One set is done. Fang Bing sat in the dining car with peace of mind. Start making dark dishes, in order to reduce the return rate. Today he is going to try to make a dark dish of his own creation. This dark dish. It was Fang Bing's whim. It is improved from a famous dark dish in the previous life. Fang Bing believes it will definitely make the diners want to die. Pull out the food maker. Fang Bing began to follow the thoughts in his mind. Make food. Soon. A paper bowl appeared on the tray. Paper bowl with lid. But the cover doesn't completely block it. The fragrance that emanates from within it, only. The lid is opaque. You can't see what's inside from the outside. This is a deliberate packaging by Fang Bing. That's why. Prevent diners from being attracted by the aroma. I saw the dark dishes in the paper bowl in advance. He was so frightened that he threw it down and ran away. After making a copy, Fang Bing began to speed up. 10 minutes later, 1,000 paper bowls appear inside the food truck. Finished making dark dishes, Fang Bing picked up the phone. Called his dedicated waiter. Tell her to come to work. Not to mention, Fang Bing has adapted to the current way of setting up stalls. Because of the presence of the waiter Lorna, the process of making him set up a stall become very relaxed. You only need to finish making dark dishes. Just wait for the waiter to sell them all. On the other hand, you can admire the beautiful girls in the past in the dining car. Tired of beauties? You can also take out your mobile phone to play a few games. This day. Just don't be too chic, so. Fang Bing thinks. Even if I went to another city by myself afterwards. You can also continue to hire Lorna to work for yourself. Even without hiring Lorna. Also find a new qualified waiter in the local area. 10 minutes later, the waiter Lorna arrived as scheduled. The bicycle she rides, it looks like a new one. She should have bought it with the wages she took from the cash box. She stops her bicycle. Seriously locked to a lamppost by the side of the road. Then he trotted all the way into the dining car. Backquote, boss. I'm coming to work. What are you selling today? Fang Bing pouted. He motioned her to see for herself. Young Lorna had no doubts about him. He picked up a paper bowl from the ground casually. Smell the fragrance. Wow, it looks like today's dark cuisine should be delicious. Then she opened the lid. Vomit. Slap. Young Lorna. When I got excited, I threw away the paper bowl in my hand. A huge eyeball. Roll out of bowl. Twirling around on the floor. Boss. What the hell is this? How can someone have such big eyeballs? Fang Bing had to admire Lorna, as expected of a rough girl with somewhat mental problems. See the big eyes of this ping-pong ball. It can be considered human eyes. There is simply no one left, if this thing is really human eyes. Could it be that it was picked out from the eye socket of the Cyclops race? That's right. Dark cuisine made by Fang Bing today. It is a dessert made from fish eyes. The ingredients for this dessert are simple. Used. Yogurt, strawberry juice. Wait for the red liquid as a foil. Set off what? Definitely is a big dead fisheye. Huge eyeballs that stare at people, so once the lid is opened, it is quite infiltrating. The original name of this dark dish, it's called Big Eye Dessert. The basic materials are these, but Fang Bing also innovated. Not only has the fisheye been replaced with a more terrifying large raw fisheye. And that's it. In dessert, put some fly larvae again. For littering, you'll be charged a box of canned herring. Fang Bing stretched out a finger, said to the waiter Lorna lightly. The waiter Lorna was dumbfounded. He looked aggrieved. Boss, it's obvious that your cooking is too scary. The words were just half spoken. See Fang Bing's 2 fingers about to stretch out. Immediately picked up the big-eyed dessert on the ground. Carrying a small table, I ran all the way to the school gate. Started her working career. Then, Fang Bing found out that he had miscalculated. Diners around. Smell the aroma of food. They all gathered around. Give generously. Bought a serving of big-eyed desserts. Open it when you are ready to eat. Suddenly, I saw the huge fish eyes inside. On the eyeball. And crawling with some sort of wriggling creature that's only found in cesspit. I didn't have time to fight mentally. Just subconsciously. They threw away the paper bowls in their hands. After. If it wasn't for Lorna's chance to run fast. It must have been beaten by angry diners. There were even polite diners who called the police. Sue someone for selling unhealthy food at the school gate. Have to. This time overturned. Fang Bing saw Lorna running back to the dining car. Watching follow. A look of anger. The diners gathered around. I understand that when I create dark dishes this time. Too much force. As a result, diners simply can't get their mouths open. Know that today is here. It is impossible to do business. Then. Fang Bing pulled the panicked Lorna. Enabled invisibility magic and material travel. Whoosh. Fly directly into the sky with her. Leaving the encirclement of diners. As for the dining car. There are also only leftover big-eyed desserts. It is of little value. Just throw it away. And the little waiter Lorna. Because it was suddenly taken into the sky. He screamed in fright. But. She soon found herself standing in the air. Very safe. It didn't fall at all. So he looked curiously at the restaurant truck owner beside him. Boss. Are you a teacher? Okay. Everyone else is a magician themselves. Why did she say that she is a necromancer? Why do you say that? Because you can do magic and cook these scary foods. What else can you be if it's not a necromancer? Fang Bing was a little dumbfounded, but he didn't explain it to her in detail. Only. Now in this case, she had to make a choice too. Now that you know that I am a necromancer, are you still willing to work for me? Say yes first, and I may leave London later. If you choose to continue working, you may be taken to a strange city every time. Fang Bing looked at the little waiter Lorna, asked lightly. Originally he was thinking. Lorna has just experienced the scene of being chased and beaten. Should have chosen to decline the job. Return to normal life. But Lorna's choice. Quite the opposite. Okay, great. I've wanted to leave London for a long time, so when shall we go? As expected of a rough girl. Fang Bing stroked his forehead. Some speechless. I don't need you to follow all the time. I need you to come to the studio. I will directly open the portal and bring you over. Say it. Fang Bing opened a portal. Dropped Lorna in along with a few cans. As for today, come to here. The portal then closes. Lorna watched what disappeared in front of her. That orange portal. There was a look of surprise on his face. Then she found out. She has returned to her bedroom. Smelly boss. So you are the flying sword demon muscle man on the internet. After Fang Bing sent Lorna back. Then got a call. It's Mrs. Gao calling. The reason for her call. Because of. The batch of dragon bone secret medicine that Fang Bing ordered her to make before. Modulation has been successful, since it is a great business to set up a stall today. It is no longer possible to continue. Then Fang Bing just reached out and swiped. Portal opened. Left London. When he appears again. Has reached the underground headquarters of the Hand in New York. Appeared in front of Mrs. Gao. Mrs. Gao was already holding a box in her hand. Standing in place waiting for Fang Bing's arrival. See Fang Bing appear. Hastily presented the box in his hand. Fang Bing opened it and took a look. There is a small bottle densely packed inside. In each bottle. Both filled with red liquid. After. Fang Bing asked Mrs. Gao about the contraindications of using this dragon bone secret medicine. Then put the box directly into the portable space. Then. Fang Bing didn't leave directly either. He went to the Keel burial place again. I took a look around. When you see the Brothers of the Hand Association. The collection and transportation of underground keels has already begun. Only then did Fang Bing open the portal in satisfaction and left. When he appeared again. We have come to the Ulu metal prison on the bottom of the sea. Standing in front of a freezer. That's right. Now that you have obtained the dragon bone secret medicine. The first thing Fang Bing has to do. Definitely resurrected Professor X. Professor X is revived. Not only can Fang Bing feed him. It can also make Fang Bing learn some information from him. So. Fang Bing has no hesitation. Opened the freezer directly. Opened Professor X's mouth. He poured the dragon bone secret medicine down. After a few minutes. The dragon bone secret medicine really took effect. Professor X, who had turned into a corpse. His complexion began to turn rosy. The blood starts to flow. Heartbeat began to recover slowly. Fang Bing knows. He is about to be resurrected. Really. After another few minutes. Professor X's body has returned to normal. Even the original wound on the head was healed. He slowly opened his eyes. Then he saw Fang Bing standing in front of him at a glance. Look puzzled. Didn't I die? What's going on? What about Apocalypse? Professor X, who just woke up, panicked, because he died by suicide. Suicide is to prevent Apocalypse from using him to control all mankind. And now he was brought back to life by the man in front of him. If Apocalypse is still there, didn't he die in vain before? Fang Bing smiled when he heard this. Start explaining the situation to Professor X. Told him. Apocalypse has been exiled to outer space by itself. Never come back. Professor X felt relieved. And at this time, Fang Bing also handed him a glass of juice. Let Professor X drink it. Professor X, there is no doubt about him. Just drink it. After a while, with a ding. Fang Bing knows. I have obtained the ability list of Professor X. So, he got some food for Professor X first. Let him recover his strength slowly. Then, I opened the system record myself. Start viewing the system list for Professor X. Charles Francis Xavier, telepathy of 8. His spiritual power is extremely powerful, and he can read the thoughts and memories of others without physical contact. At the same time, he can annex and control other people's thinking and control other people's actions through his ability. Additional abilities for Professor X, not worth mentioning. He is only strong. There is only one telepathy ability. Although only 8th grade, it is also one level lower than Apocalypse's telepathy. But Fang Bing knew. Telepathy by Professor X. Not quite the same as Apocalypse's. At least Apocalypse can't control the whole world. If he can do it. Previously, there was no need to deliberately control Professor X. Come and help him with those things. Draw. Congratulations on obtaining telepathy IV8. Fang Bing felt that his recent luck was particularly good. The ability of Professor X is actually many, various knowledge abilities. There are countless more, but Fang Bing actually got his key ability directly. It's just too hanging. But, after Fang Bing opened ability directly. Find. I can't link to the minds of other people on the earth. It is also impossible to control the human beings on the whole earth. Fang Bing thinks. The reason should be. Apocalypse does not permanently enhance Professor X's ability. At the time he controlled Professor X, probably just a temporary enhancement. Professor X can brain control this characteristic of all human beings. So, mind control for Professor X now. Still can't do it without the help of that machine. Execute a search for people from all over the world. This made Fang Bing a little disappointed, because he had planned to. After obtaining this ability, via heartfelt. Precisely lock all special people on the earth. Then they come to the door one by one, but. Don't you still have that machine? Although it can't be done directly. But with that mind-enhancing machine, isn't it possible to search all human beings in the same way? Then, Fang Bing came to Professor X who was eating. Chatted with him. But soon, Fang Bing got bad news. Professor X simply doesn't know now. What is that mind-enhancing machine that Fang Bing is talking about? He told Fang Bing, I have never used it myself. I've never seen that kind of machine. Even mutant school in New Jersey. It's just that he just built a new one a few months ago. Where is the time to develop such complex and high-end instruments? Fang Bing was a little confused. Only then did I realize it. That mind-enhancing machine. It hasn't appeared yet. Otherwise, that mutant school. How could it be just those few people now? So, Fang Bing thinks. He wants to retrieve the affairs of all mankind through telepathy. It's a temporary mess. This made Fang Bing sigh. Chin Gray. Where the hell have you gone? Why hasn't it appeared yet? Although that mind-enhancing machine, not yet. But after Fang Bing recalled carefully, I still thought of it. The history of this thing, mind-enhancing machines. Real name. Should be called, Brainwave Strengthening Machine. It was jointly developed and manufactured by Magneto and Professor X. And this world, Magneto and Professor X. Still rivals. How does Magneto possibly help Professor X? So, if Fang Bing wants to strengthen the machine through brainwaves, find Chin Gray with Phoenix Force, then he still has a way to go. Then, Fang Bing stretched out his hand, in front of Professor X. A portal opened, walked in, when he appears again. Has reached Egypt. Appeared in front of Magneto who was eating at the stall. Yes, Magneto is not dead, because Fang Bing didn't kill him before. At that time Magneto and Angel, to protect Apocalypse, stopped in front of Fang Bing. Then it was solved by Fang Bing with 3 punches and 2 kicks. But Fang Bing just made them lose their fighting power at that time. Did not kill. So after Fang Bing left with Apocalypse, these two people also recovered, and Magneto never left Egypt. After walking out of that desert, just stayed in this small city on the edge of the desert. A Magneto that is a joy to eat. When I saw that person who beat me up before reappeared, there was an immediate stress response. Manipulate the surrounding metal. Prepare to attack Fang Bing again. Just his tricks. For Fang Bing. Never works. Then, after a few seconds, Fang Bing carried him, in the onlookers of the locals, into the portal. When walking out of the portal, Fang Bing has already taken him, came to the bottom of the vibranium prison. But he didn't take Magneto directly to Professor X. Instead, he went into a cell alone, this Ulu metal prison. Although it can hold many powerful characters. But for Magneto, does nothing at all, his magnetic field control. He can control the entire prison for his use at any time. So when Fang Bing carried him, after entering the submarine prison, Magneto's expression brightened instantly, because he feels it. There's metal all around here, and it's all strong metal. But without waiting for him to activate the ability, control surrounding metal, turn defeat into victory. He was punched in the face by Fang Bing, interrupted his super ability. After, Fang Bing extended his hand directly. A psychic scepter was recruited from the portable space. Spotted on Magneto. That's right. Fang Bing is ready to use Mind Gem directly. Control Magneto. The result was no surprise. Under the power of Mind Gem, if it wasn't for Apocalypse kind of freaks, ordinary people are basically powerless to resist. So, after a while, my dear master, I will be your eternal servant. Fang Bing nodded in satisfaction. Can you make a brainwave strengthening machine? The restrained Magneto froze. What brainwave strengthening machine? What is that? Why does the master ask this? Fang Bing, with the telepathy ability, instantly sensed what Magneto was thinking. Knowing he doesn't now. But Fang Bing did not give up either. Since the original brainwave strengthening machine was developed by Magneto and Professor X. That now. Just let them keep developing. Sooner or later this machine will be made. Only. Still have a question. That is, how to make Professor X willingly cooperate with Magneto. To develop this machine, as a man of principle, Fang Bing didn't want Professor X not to offend him. Control him too. So, Fang Bing thinks. Bring two people to meet first, then persuade Professor X. See if you can convince him. Then, Fang Bing opened the portal. With Magneto already under control, came in front of Professor X. Professor X sees the sudden appearance of Magneto. Was taken aback. But Fang Bing quickly explained to him. Magneto has turned his back on the matter. Professor X is dubious though. But in the face of Fang Bing, the savior, you can only choose to believe. And Professor X also has the super ability of telepathy. For Magneto, he can also easily perceive his inner thoughts. Confirmed quickly. Magneto has really turned his back on him. Right now, Wei Guangzhang's mind is full of thoughts. Only then did I feel relieved. Definitely. Magneto is full of thoughts of being a good person. Also credit to Fang Bing. Because he knows that Professor X will definitely use telepathy to spy on Magneto. This is the preparation in advance, but because he is exactly the same as Professor X's telepathy ability, neither of them could sense the other's thoughts. Blocked each other. After that, Fang Bing proposed to Professor X. The thing that makes a brainwave strengthening machine. Tell Professor X. If you have a brainwave strengthening machine, then he can search from all over the world more quickly. Mutant in distress. Save them from fire and water. Wansi there is an old enemy who has been in love with Professor X for many years. Also helping out. Soon, Professor X was convinced. After deciding to go back, started to develop brainwave strengthening machine together with Magneto. Then, Fang Bing's goal has been achieved. After solving this matter, he opened the portal directly. Combined Professor X and Magneto. They were all sent back to mutant school together. This matter is also over. Fang Bing just needs to wait for the two to work together. Research and development. Brainwave strengthening machine. Then you can use the brainwave strengthening machine. Go find Jean Grey. Find other special people on Earth. And Fang Bing. After sending away two people, there was one thing left to do. That is to test telepathy's super ability. Although, in terms of controlling people's consciousness, he already owns the Mind Gem from Infinite Gems. There is no need for telepathy at all, but telepathy by Professor X It's not just as simple as being able to control people's consciousness. He can also read minds directly. You can even flip through the memories of others. So, Fang Bing is going to test it now. This is the function of reading mind and flipping through memory. And the goal of the experiment. Naturally, it was these prisoners who were locked in the submarine prison by him. So, Fang Bing opened the portal, came to the cell of Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive. Launched telepathy on them, immediately. After the two people met Fang Bing, inner thoughts. It completely appeared in Fang Bing's mind, and when Fang Bing uses psychic powers, when exploring the depths of the two people's hearts. Soon, it sensed their memory, although not very detailed. But it was enough for Fang Bing to understand their real past, growth experience from childhood to adulthood, how to be taken under by Thanos, how to cross the universe. By flipping through the memories of the two, Fang Bing also knew why they were so afraid of Thanos. I also understand the power of Thanos, after looking through memory. Fang Bing stood where he was. Think about it and weigh it. He feels own defense and attack, still not as good as Thanos. Although there are many more means than Thanos. But it is estimated that it really matched Thanos. It is also difficult to cause fatal damage to him. It seems. Still need to keep working hard. After Fang Bing turned to other prisoners in the prison. Tested the ability of telepathy, he found. These people. Basically, they are unable to resist their own mind-reading skills and reading past memories. But there are also differences, the stronger ones. When you are reading your mind or reading your memory, it will take some effort, and the information obtained. It will also be less. This means, this ability has an after effect. It mainly depends on the file size of the spiritual power of both parties. Fang Bing thinks, if you read the thoughts of Ancient One now, it is estimated that she will be directly aware of it. And it's unlikely to read anything. After completing the test, Fang Bing opened the portal, leaving the underwater prison. When he walked out, already returned to the villa. The sun has set outside the villa. It was almost dusk. Fang Bing sat on the sofa, but he suddenly remembered the civil and military members of the Ten Ring Gang. Now I have the telepathy of Professor X, so. Can you successfully read Wenwu's memory, so? You can know directly the whereabouts of Wen and Wu's sons and daughters. And then know where Shenlong village is, and even telepathy is useless for civil and military. That Fang Bing these days, it's not just the super ability of telepathy. Did he accidentally get the power of the Iron Fist? A blow 5 times as powerful. Can it break through the civil and military Ten-Ring defense? Successfully defeated it? Fang Bing thought of this. I feel like I can't sit still anymore. Then he ignored Wanda, who was trying to talk to him. Opened the portal. Drilled in again. Disappeared into the villa. Wanda looked at Fang Bing, who disappeared in front of her. Opened his mouth. Finally huffed. I ran back to watch TV by myself. And Fang Bing. In the next moment, it has appeared at the base of the Ten Ring Gang. Definitely, he has turned on stealth in advance. And where it appears, also empty, so. No one noticed his arrival. After Fang Bing thought about it. Then changed. Transformed into another person's appearance. Before. The reason why Wenwu was able to discover Fang Bing's invisibility. Fang Bing thinks. It is because the 10 rings endowed him with powerful hearing, vision and sense of smell. That's why he easily found out that something was wrong. Since stealth is useless, and it needs to be close to civil and military. That Fang Bing thinks. Then don't hide yourself. Become another person openly, to see Wenwu. Isn't that alright? Then, Fang Bing became what it is now. A tall and strong middle-aged man. There is also an apron around the waist. That's right. The person Fang Bing became. He is the chef in the kitchen of the Ten Rings Gang. Civil and military daily meals, he did it all. Not only that. After the meal is ready, every time he sent it to the civil and military room. This information. When Fang Bing came to the Ten Ring Gang last time. Already understood. So, today he looks like a chef. It is to prepare to get close to civil and military. After. Although Fang Bing has become a chef. But it didn't remove the stealth either. Instead, he walked towards the kitchen. Start looking for opportunities. Simply. Soon it was mealtime. The original chef in the kitchen. Sure enough, the meal was ready. He walked towards the room of civil and military affairs. Fang Bing knows. The opportunity has come. Then. He stopped the chef halfway. Not even a psychic scepter. Use telepathy directly. Take control of the chef. Let him hand over the food. Then let him hide in the toilet. come out after 2 hours of tuba. As for whether he will pull the body out of the question, this is not within the scope of Fang Bing's consideration. After Fang Bing is carrying the meal, continue to Wenwu's room. Really, Wenwu didn't notice his abnormality. Let Fang Bing into the room easily. Then wait until Fang Bing enters the door. Put the meal on the table. I saw Wenwu, who was fascinated by reading a martial arts novel. Fang Bing activated the telepathy super ability silently. Use psychic powers. Facing Wenwu, he peeped into the past. It started off well. Fang Bing successfully sensed Wenwu's thoughts. Isn't it time to eat? Forget it, let's wait and see. But when Fang Bing's psychic power, when continuing to explore Wenwu's mind, the 10 rings on Wenwu's arm, suddenly it starts to glow automatically. Immediately afterwards, Fang Bing felt his spiritual power being bounced back. Even Wenwu's inner thoughts now can no longer spy. And civil and military also realized something was wrong. He looked up at Fang Bing in an instant. You are not fat, who are you? Let's talk civil and military. Throw away the martial arts novel in your hand. A punch towards Fang Bing's big fat face, called over. Fang Bing sighed secretly. Sure enough, 10 rings wasn't that easy to deal with. But Fang Bing is also against the artifact of the 10 rings. Even more jealous, because of this thing. Not only can it defend against physical and energy attacks, it can even defend against mental attacks, absolutely an artifact. Only, now Fang Bing can't take care of continuing to covet Shiwan. Because of civil and military fists, it has already hit the front. Fang Bing can only fight, and, now that it has been seen through, Fang Bing changed back to its original appearance. Towards civil and military. Punch away. That's it. He fought with Wenwu again. Only, after fighting again, Fang Bing felt the oppression of civil and military forces on him has been much lower, because he found out. Wenwu is on the fighting ability. I can no longer suppress myself. But this is also normal. Fang Bing's current advanced combat skills. But it comes from Wenwu, same origin, so civil and military can only rely on stronger strength and defense now to suppress Fang Bing. But this level of repression, although Fang Bing is still somewhat difficult to parry, but it basically won't cause any danger to Fang Bing anymore. Fang Bing is confident, even if you can't beat it, relying on his fighting skills and self-protection ability. Nor will it be restrained by civil and military forces. But after playing for 2 minutes, Fang Bing thinks, continue like this, in addition to being beaten, definitely not working, so he simply recruited duplication. 9 duplications of the shape of Econ, plus 4 duplications from the duplication ability. Put civil and military rooms, stand full. Both civil and military were stunned. Then 13 duplications, plus Fang Bing himself. All reach out for a move. There is an extra Uru metal glove in his hand, rushing towards Wenwu, and at the moment of attack, on Uru metal fist, the light of thunder began to shine. And the power of the golden iron fist, civil and military dare not be careless. Quickly used all 10 rings for defense. Boom, 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 boom. Dozens of fists, continuous bombardment on the 10 rings. Even if it is a duplication with only partial strength, make a blow with 5 times the strength. The attack power is almost the same as the main body. And the power of this fist of the body, it has increased by a full 5 times. Wenwu was directly blasted out, unfortunately. The defense of the 10 rings has still not been broken. Although civil and military were bombarded, it was a shock. But the 10 rings are still surrounding him, protect him. As if just Fang Bing 5 times the strength. A heavy punch with a minimum force of several hundred tons didn't do any harm to it at all. Fang Bing was a little frustrated. Simply do not hide. Directly began to take advantage of the civil and military ignorance. He resorted to all his methods in turn. Thunder Fury. Boom. A huge amounts of thunder and lightning appeared out of thin air. It fell on Wenwu. But it was blocked by the 10 rings, called a storm. The tornado thunderstorm is in this small room. Appeared abruptly, but still can't move Wenwu's body. Fang Bing from the portable space again, pulled out a handful of seeds. Randomly scattered in the room. Plant field. Boom. Seeds on the ground. In a few seconds, it grew into vines several meters thick. Blow up the whole house. The vines are like giant snakes. Slapped to Wenwu, but was caught by Wenwu, who had already stood up. Use the energy of the 10 rings to attack. Destroyed instantly. Cyclops. No use. Neurotoxin. Useless fear incarnate. Appeared son and daughter corpses. Wen Wu was taken aback. But soon he reacted, and during this period, the 10th ring is still automatically protecting the master. Fang Bing failed to take the opportunity to break through his defense. 100,000 sword domain? Countless flying swords. The body of the crackling Wenwu was staggering. It's a pity that it still can't break through the defense of the 10th ring. Finally Fang Bing vomited. I was disgusted by the defense of the 10 rings. Wenwu also vomited, shocked by Fang Bing's various attacks. But Fang Bing could only stop, because he knows. Own level. Now it is impossible to handle civil and military affairs. Precisely. It is impossible to handle the 10 rings. If cultural relics dare to take off the 10 rings, set aside, by himself alone, fight with Fang Bing. Even his power defense is still higher than Fang Bing. Fang Bing is also sure, could beat him into a piece of shit. But, civil and military plus 10 rings, now Fang Bing. Really helpless. This made Fang Bing think. For him, Shenlong village or something, it's not the most important thing anymore. If you can get 10 rings, this thing is estimated to be more helpful to Fang Bing than the entire Shenlong village. It is simply a comprehensive increase artifact. An even more powerful artifact than Odin's blessing. After, Fang Bing glanced at Wenwu. Just open the portal and leave here. And civil and military also looked terrified. He didn't try to stop Fang Bing at all, because he was already afraid. The last time I fought against this person, he was also beaten by himself. And now, I can already fight back and forth with myself. Besides, Wen and Wu met today. Fang Bing possesses many powerful abilities. He thinks it will go on like this. I'm afraid I can't stand this person for too long. So, we must find out who this person is. Find his weakness, deal with him. Then, Wenwu began to call the younger brothers of the 10 Ring Gang. Let them gather intelligence, according to the ability that Fang Bing just cast. Go check it out. Who is Fang Bing? Result. After a few minutes, the younger brothers gave Wenwu accurate information. Know to find them trouble. It is a well-known superhero on the internet. It used to be called Muscle Demon. The current name is Flying Sword Demon Muscle Man. The basis for the judgment of the younger brothers of the 10 Ring Gang is the guy who broke into the base, unleashed the unique orange-yellow portal of Flying Sword Demon Muscle Man. And the group of flying swords flying all over the sky just now. Exactly the same as what netizens took in London. But, although Wenwu knew the identity of the enemy, but I still don't know about this so-called Flying Sword Demon Muscle Man. What kind of person is it? So, he activated the huge network of 10 Ring Gang. Let the men in New York start investigating Fang Bing's real identity. And Fang Bing, after leaving the base of the 10 Ring Gang, originally looked at the time. I plan to continue with today's summoning ceremony. Continue to summon visitors from other worlds. But a call suddenly hit his cell phone, made him change his mind immediately. Because this call is from Jiaying, that Sky's mother, the leader of the afterlife. And Jiaying has already been controlled by Fang Bing using Mind Gem. She called Fang Bing. There is only one case. That is, in the afterlife, there is a new inhuman awakening super ability. An orange portal, opened in the hermitage of the afterlife. After Fang Bing walked out of it, it has already appeared beside Jiaying. Fang Bing looked around. It turns out that this is Jiaying's room. There are no other aliens. He was a little upset. What about aliens? Didn't it mean that there are inhumans awakening super ability? Why don't you bring it to yourself? Ah. Sure enough, Wilson Faith was quick to handle things. If it was him, I'm afraid I will see that alien as soon as I leave the portal. But this time it was Fang Bing who misunderstood Jiaying. Because Jiaying saw Fang Bing appear, he hurried forward and explained what happened. Turn out to be inhumans of this new awakening. Ultra ability is special. After awakening, you cannot contact other inhumans. That's why Jiaying is waiting here alone. Here. Fang Bing became even more interested, so Jiaying took him to have a look. Who the hell awakened the super ability? After, under Jiaying's guidance, Fang Bing followed her out of the room. All the way to a remote house in the afterlife. This is a lonely house. There is no stranger around. Fang Bing became even more curious when he saw this situation. Stepped forward and opened the door, walked in. Who knows, he just went in. A scream of pain was heard from inside the house. Fang Bing took a look. It turned out that there was a stranger in the house. It's a young boy. He was covering his body and looking very painful. Watch Fang Bing come in. Get out quickly, bang. Fang Bing is very puzzled though, but still left the room. When he left the room, I heard the boy in the house. The cries of pain also stopped. What super ability is he awakening? Fang Bing asked Jiaying. Jiaying smiled wryly. His super ability, for Yiren, is likely to be a huge amount of hidden danger. Fang Bing listened to Jiaying's explanation. Only then did I understand. This boy. It was originally a child of a stranger in the afterlife. Because they may have alien genes, he was left in the afterlife by his parents. In case of sudden awakening, there was an accident. Sure enough, awakening suddenly happened today. After awakening, just started screaming constantly. And the more strangers around him who care about him, the more he suffers. In the end, Jiaying saw the clue. Transfer him to a remote and uninhabited place. This relieved the symptoms. So, Jiaying is suspicious now. In humans of this new awakening, the ability may be to sense other aliens. When he is close to other aliens, will feel pain. And a rash. Fang Bing listened to Jiaying's explanation. Feel this super ability. It seems to have heard of it somewhere. He stood still and thought for a while. He figured it out. In the original plot, isn't there an alien with this ability? It was later used by Whiplash to spy on the existence of other Inhumans. As for whipping, originally a psychologist at S.H.I.E.L.D. It's Agent May's husband. Definitely. Now Agent May should not be married yet. After whipping the awakening ability, turned into a blue orc. Incomparably powerful, become uncontrollable. Started to hunt aliens specifically, especially. Found it in Whiplash. After this guy who can detect other aliens. With his help, made the whip hunt many Inhumans. So, Fang Bing doubted, the stranger in the house now. It was the alien who helped whip him later, his super ability. It is to get close to the stranger at a certain distance. Painful rash occurs. It is equivalent to a human flesh alien detector. After Fang Bing figured it out, there is no hesitation. So Jiaying asked Jiaying to find someone who didn't have the ability of awakening. Take out some food from Fang Bing, to send into the house. Really. The stranger inside stopped screaming. People without the awakening ability can't trigger the ability of the guy inside. And a moment later, Fang Bing heard the system beep. It reminds him that he has obtained the ability list of the aliens in the house. Fang Bing opened the syslog, took a look. Dwight Fry, Alien Sensation LV3. He can sense the existence of aliens nearby, but when he senses these aliens, he will feel pain and develop a rash. Junior High School Cultural Knowledge IV7. His junior high school knowledge is fairly solid. Online game skills V9. He is an expert in the game industry, and being a king is too easy for him. Singing skills V1. Others sing for money, but he sings like hell. Looking back and digging IV6. He likes to play around with his friends, and he has practiced a skillful trick of looking back and digging since he was a child. Fang Bing looked at this guy's ability list. I feel like he's a talent. The game is played so well. Learning cannot fall behind. What a talent. Pity. Awakening this bullshit guy. It is estimated that I will not be able to live a peaceful life in this life. Yes. Fang Bing felt this ability, especially nonsense. An ordinary person. Awakening this ability. No fighting power. It can only detect aliens. A rash will also appear when a foreigner is detected. It will also be painful. Isn't this nonsense? In addition to being used by people with bad intentions. What else can it do? Fang Bing felt a moment of silence for the guy inside. But this ability, for Fang Bing, still very useful. Because if he has this ability, in larger cities, discover those unexpected awakenings, but still a strange person who lives hidden among ordinary people. This will greatly improve Fang Bing's efficiency in obtaining super abilities. So, draw. Congratulations on obtaining the Inhuman Sensing IV3. After drawing this ability, Fang Bing did not open immediately. Instead, let Jiaying beside him first. Get away from yourself. After, he just turned on this super ability. At the moment of opening, Fang Bing felt it. There are waves of discomfort in the body. A little itchy and a little painful. But now Jiaying, who is closest to him, it was already 50 meters away. This surprised Fang Bing. It made him realize the sensing range of this ability, it's not that small. Then, Fang Bing started to approach Jiaying. Then, he felt some parts of his body start to turn red. Rash. Feel more itchy, but that rash just came out. It disappeared immediately. This is because Fang Bing's physique and self-healing power are too strong. Basically already for this common disease, totally immune. But as he approached Jiaying, the rash kept appearing and disappearing. It still feels bad, so Fang Bing stopped. In the system list, turn off the super ability of this alien sensor. Moment. All discomfort disappeared, although I already have 100% certainty in my heart. But after really trying, Fang Bing was completely relieved now. It's good to be able to turn it off freely. Otherwise, even if this thing can't hurt yourself. Sky came back that day. But it's troublesome. Sky is an out-and-out alien. When not close yet, I feel uncomfortable all over. That would be so nonsense. So, Fang Bing was the first to test it. Whether you can freely control this ability. Subsequently, Fang Bing flew towards the distance with a whoosh. Until it flew to a position 1 kilometer away from Jiaying. Just stopped. Then, Fang Bing once again opened the super ability of alien sensing. This time, after opening, Fang Bing didn't feel anything unusual. But it was within his expectations, because of the stranger in the house just now. It was only after he and Jiaying were not far away from him. It's not so painful, so, a distance of 1 kilometer. Can't sense strangers, it's normal. After Fang Bing began to keep walking towards Jiaying position. 900, 800, 700. Until the distance of 300 meters. Fang Bing began to feel a slight discomfort coming from his body. Now he understood. This third-level alien induction. The range of sensing aliens, the farthest is 300 meters. It is impossible to perceive 300 meters away. Within 300 meters, started itching, rash. And will approach with distance, it's getting worse. And Fang Bing based on what Jiaying said before. Speculate. A side effect of this ability. It will also increase as the number of aliens around it increases. That is, within 300 meters, there are more strangers. The speed of his rash, how painful he is, will become more serious, after figuring out how to use this ability. Fang Bing couldn't help but rejoice. Fortunately, I have a system. You can freely choose whether to enable this super ability. Otherwise things will get worse. After considering that I am now in the afterlife, the base camp of aliens on Earth. So, Fang Bing also turned off this super ability first. After preparing to leave here, then keep it on. In this case, you can detect strange people who unexpectedly appear around him at any time. For example, when he went out to set up a stall. People come and go near the university, so many people passing by. And the range of 300 meters, enough for him not to miss any strange people appearing in the surrounding streets. This will be for him, is a huge amounts of help. At last, Fang Bing opened a portal, left the afterlife. Before leaving the afterlife, in order to thank this alien who contributed ability, he deliberately confessed to Jiaying. Let Jiaying send this stranger to the world. Sent to live in a remote small city, otherwise, let him stay in the afterlife forever. It will only make this guy suffer forever. Deal with the afterlife. After acquiring a new extremely useful super ability. Fang Bing looked at the time, opened the portal. Hurry up and go in. The reason why Fang Bing was a little anxious. Because of, he just remembered, there is one important thing today. That is, today is little Peter's birthday. It's past 6 o'clock in the evening. If Fang Bing is later, we'll miss little Peter's birthday dinner. Fine. When Fang Bing stepped out of the portal, when I came to Aunt May's house. Aunt May and the others haven't had dinner yet. And Wanda has arrived early. I'm helping Aunt May cook. Anyway, little Peter and the others know their identities now. So Fang Bing no longer hides it, after seeing little Peter. One move. A set of Ultraman prepared in advance was recruited from the space. Gave it to little Peter as a birthday present. Although little Peter didn't know what Ultraman was. But look at such a mighty toy. Still happily from ear to ear. Only. When Fang Bing got close to little Peter. But suddenly found something wrong, because he felt it. Little Peter's heartbeat was a little too strong. The blood flow rate is also crashing, like a torrent. This is not right. Something must be wrong. The physique of a normal person. It is simply unbearable for such physiological changes. Fang Bing couldn't help but think of this. This little guy won't be bitten by a spider now. Are you a Spiderman? Think about it. Fang Bing directly dragged little Peter to a place in the backyard where no one was around. Seriously asked. Little Peter, have you been bitten by a spider recently? Little Peter was stunned for a moment. Then he shook his head hastily. No, it's a pity that little Peter lied so badly. Fang Bing, even without telepathy, also know. The little guy wasn't telling the truth. What's more, Fang Bing has indeed used telepathy. Hear the inner thoughts of this little guy. I know he dare not tell the truth. It was because he was afraid that everyone would find out and make fun of him. Fang Bing was a little dumbfounded, but thinking of little Peter having his birthday today. It's just a 10-year-old brat, cranky or something. It's so normal. So, Fang Bing didn't expose him either. Only, he is thinking about a problem, since little Peter was bitten by a spider inexplicably when he was only 10 years old. Also became Spiderman, then the villains he was destined to meet. Will it still appear? Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Dr. Lizard, Electric Man, Sandman. Fang Bing thinks it might. So, now this little Spider-Man who hasn't grown up yet. More protection is needed. Otherwise, could it be that he really counted on a 10-year-old brat? Go to the city and fly over the walls. Fight the villains for 300 rounds? That's too much nonsense. So, Fang Bing thought for a while. His figure flickered, called out a duplication. Let duplication use invisibility on itself. Then send him. Follow little Spider-Man all the time, whether it is going to school or after school. They keep an eye on him all the time, so even if those little Spider-Man's destined villains show up, Fang Bing can also know the first time it's time to go. You can also feed another wave easily, extract the ability and the like. Then, Fang Bing gave little Peter several large cans of chocolate beans. Why say again? Because little Peter's snacks. It never stopped. Fang Bing even packed the cat food for Aunt May's fat cat. Feed a little Peter or something. No stress at all. It's just that little Peter didn't have awakening ability before. Fang Bing never extracted any super abilities from him. And now, he becomes Spider-Man, then his ability. For Fang Bing, it is more important, definitely. Fang Bing is not an ability that requires him to spit out cobweb. But something else. For example, spider telepathy. Can foresee danger. This is very perverted. It's like predicting the future. And if Fang Bing can have this ability, coupled with his spell to open the portal, and his super high flight speed, that can basically avoid most of the sudden dangers. In addition to spit out cobweb and spider telepathy, Spider-Man. The strength and physique are also very powerful. According to Fang Bing, later Spider-Man, the power can reach about 25 tons, the physique is also very strong. Basically no fatal injuries, so, Fang Bing speculates. Even if it is yourself, if you can get Spider-Man's physique and strength, it can also use the strength and physique that have not been improved for a long time. Step up again. And, it's not that Fang Bing didn't think about extracting the spider ability. Gain the Spider-Man's ability. He had actually taken the time to feed spiders before. Pity. Those ordinary spiders. It also allows Fang Bing to extract some low-level spinning and knitting abilities. It doesn't work at all. And what spider telepathy? What super physical strength? I didn't see it at all. So, Fang Bing thinks. A spider that turns little Peter into a Spider-Man. It must be no ordinary spider. If. How could there be only one Spider-Man in this world? There are so many spiders on Earth. If bitten by a spider, it is possible to become Spider-Man, that this world. Spider-Man has been everywhere for a long time. After Fang Bing celebrated little Peter's birthday. Leave the duplication waiting. He left Aunt May's house. At the moment, it's 10 o'clock in the evening. Fang Bing looked at the summoning spell. Discover today's call times. It is ready to use. So, Fang Bing opened a portal again. Walked in. When he appeared again, has arrived at the wasteland of Hive Planet. Call out the Uru metal summoning array at will. Throw it to the ground. Then he reached out and called out the food maker. Fang Bing is going to change the trick. Feel free to make some other food. See if you can have better luck. After all, always use dark cooking to summon. The thing summons a powerful character. As a result, he was dissatisfied with his dark cooking. Wouldn't it be in vain? So, Fang Bing thought for a while. With the thought, a piece of honey cake appeared on food maker. Fang Bing took it off. Put away the food maker. Placed the honey cake. Placed in the center of the summoning circle. Then he recited the summoning spell. After a while, an idea rang in his mind. The honey on your cake is delicious, can I have a bite? Fang Bing was excited, although, through thought, can't tell who's on the other side, but as long as you can communicate, that means this is a creature from another plane. It's not something like little ants or mosquitoes. So, Fang Bing decisively signed an equal contract with it. Promise as long as he is willing to accept the call. Give him the honey cake. Definitely. Summoning spells were not that simple. Fang Bing just didn't know who was on the other side. That's why such a simple contract was made, for that. After calling out, if it's useless guys. Easy to send back. If it is a guy who is suitable for extracting ability. Just draw the ability and send it back, if it is a very powerful guy. Then call it out. Finished extracting the ability. Let's talk about conditions. See if you can make it your own. Anyway, Fang Bing can send the summoned creature back at any time. And an equal contract. Also stipulated. Neither party can harm the other party. So regardless of the summoned creatures, so powerful. There is no threat to Fang Bing. After, with the summoning circle. A burst of light flickered. A huge creature appeared on the magic circle. Fang Bing saw this guy for the first time. There is only a cry in my heart. What is this knee, ma? Exact question. Should be. This knee, ma. Is it bear big or bear too? Yes. The thing that appeared on the summoning circle this time. It's a bear. Stand up and walk the bear. Fang Bing recognized it at a glance. This guy isn't a big bear who loves and kills bald Chang every day. And look at the fur color of this body. Slightly lighter. It should be Shang-Er. Look just out. Just don't care about anything. Shang-Er started to eat the honey cake intently. Immediately brought back Fang Bing's childhood memories. Good guy. Summon a few more times. Summon Shang Da and Bald Chang. Wouldn't it be possible to let them act out a live-action cartoon for yourself? Backquote, Shang-Er, is Bald Chang still cutting down your trees? Fang Bing asked seriously. Shang-Er is digging cakes with bare paws. Hear Fang Bing's words. Dazed for a moment, he yelled. How do you know that guy with a bald head? He used a chainsaw to destroy the forest yesterday, but he was chased away by Shang Da and me. Fang Bing sighed secretly. Really? This guy is a real bear too. After. Fang Bing waited until Shang-Er finished eating the honey cake. And gave him a big jar of honey. He sent him back to his original world. As for Shang-Er's ability, although Fang Bing has heard the system beep. But he thinks Shang-Er is nothing but eating and sleeping. There should be no other special abilities, so just don't bother to look at it. The second summoning started directly. Hope. This time I can summon something serious, let's find it. Really. This is an unscrupulous summoning circle. Fang Bing thinks. I shouldn't have so much hope for it. The remaining two summons. Fang Bing only summoned loneliness. Not as good as Shang-Er who was summoned for the first time. Helpless Fang Bing. After using up 3 times of summoning. Just started to check Shang-Er's ability list. Really. Same disappointment. Gluttony. Drowsiness. Love to fart. In addition to the spirit of the nose. There is no advantage. Fang Bing sighed. Never to a character in a children's cartoon. Expect too much. That's the right thing to do. After using up the number of summoning spells. Fang Bing didn't go straight back to sleep. He hasn't forgotten the lofty ambition he made 2 days ago. Then. It is directly on the honeycomb star. He took a step and ran. Oceans on Earth or something. Too small. Compared with the honeycomb star, a planet about the size of the Earth. Or the hive star is more comfortable to run. No need to estimate what ship was hit. And don't worry about running too far. Ran to land. Knock down other people's houses. Run wild. 2 hours later. Fang Bing felt that today was almost the same. Only then did the portal open. Back to the villa. Start meditating. This meditation. Just 1 night passed. The next morning. Fang Bing woke up on time. Because. Today. He will continue to set up stalls. The last stall failed. Fang Bing learned his lesson. Prepare to stop engaging in such ruthless dark cooking this time. Otherwise, if you fail to set up a stall once, the loss will be too great. Direct particles are not harvested. Even if it is less than 200 points each time. It is also better than no grains. So, Fang Bing opened the portal. Directly left the villa. When he appears. Arrived in London again. This is the last time he comes to London to set up a stall. Next time. We are about to change cities. Preparations continue as usual. But this time Fang Bing paid special attention. The dining car was changed to a completely different shape from last time. But also put their own styling. Also replace it with something completely different. So as not to be fooled by those diners who were cheated by the big-eyed desserts last time. Come to the door. After the preparation work is ready. Fang Bing took out the food maker. Get ready to make some serious food. Result. It was as if God was preventing him from doing so. When he just wanted to start manufacturing. Just start to feel it. Itchy and sore all over. A rash also started to appear on the skin. Fang Bing holds a food maker. Just froze for a moment. Then reacted. This is the super ability I just obtained. Alien sensing is at work. This means, within 300 meters around him. Now there is an awakening of super ability aliens passing by. Then, Fang Bing couldn't care less about continuing to make delicious food. Instead, invisibility and material travel were instantly activated. Flew into the sky. Started using his supervision. Find within a radius of 300 meters. Possible aliens, but I searched around. Fang Bing found out. I can't see anything through my own eyes. After a little thought, Fang Bing began to fly in all directions. The move. It's for testing. See which direction he is moving. The itching on the body will intensify. Confirm with this. Where is that alien located? Really? Fang Bing's approach is correct. Soon, he found the direction of the alien. Search in a given direction. Fang Bing after a while. It is basically confirmed. Own goals. It was a young girl. Is carrying a backpack. Walked forward silently. Fang Bing saw that this girl was. She felt very familiar. But because her back is facing Fang Bing couldn't see her face. Did not recognize who it was. Then, Fang Bing changed direction. Flew in front of her. Then, Fang Bing blurted out. Yo-yo. Yes. This alien girl who was suddenly discovered by Fang Bing. It was in the original plot. A member of the SHIELD agent. An alien born in Colombia. Possesses speed-related abilities. Fang Bing doesn't remember her real name though. But until now, still remember her nickname. Yo-yo. Fang Bing saw that it was her. Can't help but be overjoyed. I feel really lucky today. Because, the power of the yo-yo. Very powerful. Even for Fang Bing now, it is also very helpful. Although, Fang Bing didn't know why yo-yo will now appear in London. Originally this was impossible. But, Fang Bing didn't want to delve into it either. After all this world. Already because of my constant tossing. The original plot has already become a mess. Under the instigation of my own little butterfly. What happened to Yo-Yo's original experience? 'Cause her no surprise there either. So, Fang Bing has now begun to think. Current key issues. That is, how to successfully feed her. Get her super ability. Just a few seconds later, Fang Bing thought of a way. Then, he began to fly in the direction where the yo-yo was walking. It stopped at a street corner 500 meters away from her. Here is the only way she has to go on. Then, Fang Bing found a place where no one was there. Invisibility removed. A small table was called out. Take it out of the different space again. Some of the food in it already exists. For example, candied haws and the like. Then he came out with his stuff. Start to set up stalls on the only way for yo-yos. Really. After a few minutes, when the yo-yo came near the booth, was soon caught by the scent of Fang Bing's stall. Attract attention. Walk towards the booth. She walked to the booth. I took a look. Then he pointed to the candied haws. Asked. How do you sell this? Fang Bing had a kind smile on his face. For fear of scaring her away. Hey ma'am, there's a special right now, $1 a bunch. Yo-yo, who was still a little worried. I heard Fang Bing say that a string only costs $1. Immediately relaxed. He took out a 1 yuan coin from his pocket. Passed to Fang Bing. Then, he picked up a bunch of candied haws from the booth. Left. Definitely. No one can refuse the temptation of system delicacies. Before she could take 2 steps, he started to eat while walking. Fang Bing waited for her to pass by. Then put away the booth. Stealth is turned back on. Fly back to the sky. Wait for the yo-yo to finish eating the bunch of candied haws. 2 minutes later, Fang Bing saw that the yo-yo was finished. And his system. A mechanical beep sounded right on time. Fang Bing quickly looked at the system records. Elena Rodrigue, heartbeat time V3, she can run as fast as she can run in 1 heartbeat. High school knowledge level IV2, her high school is no different from Bai Shang, basically she didn't learn anything. Read the ability list of yo-yo, Fang Bing just remembered. Her real name is Elena. As expected, she has awakened the Inhuman's super ability. Heartbeat time. This is not a time ability. It's a speed ability. Fang Bing was watching TV in his previous life. It is a scene that is often seen. She is in an instant. Crossed a distance of hundreds of meters. Instantly snatch all guns from the enemy's hands. But the enemy didn't react at all. This means. This ability. What brings her is super fast speed. Although Fang Bing's speed, it's pretty fast now. But, He will never dislike himself for being faster. So, draw. Congratulations on getting heartbeat time v3. It worked. Fang Bing successfully obtained the super ability of this yo-yo. Then, he was too lazy to continue setting up a stall. Anyway, it's still early today, and that dining car. You shouldn't lose it if you put it there. So Fang Bing is directly in the air. A portal was opened, temporarily left London. When he appears, has returned to the Hive planet. Fang Bing found a flat wasteland. Turn on the super ability you just obtained. Then, Fang Bing launched this super ability. Turn off the super speed, and all other speed bonuses. Start in one direction. Run at top speed. This is for testing out. This ability, original strength. Fang Bing a second later, it spanned a distance of several hundred meters. After running for 10 seconds, Fang Bing stopped. Start checking back. How far did I run? This look terrible. Fang Bing found out. Just 10 seconds. I have already run 5,000 meters. What does that mean? It means that yo-yo has this ability. The speed has surpassed the speed of sound. Reached about 500 meters per second. The speed of sound is only 340 meters per second. And, not only fast, Fang Bing found out. Even if I didn't turn on the super speed bodyguard just now. Only the super ability of heartbeat time is used. While he was running, there was no sonic boom. But the speed is obviously supersonic. This means, this heartbeat time, also similar to Quicksilver's super speed, has a special function to eliminate air friction. Otherwise, the generation of sonic boom cannot be eliminated. And more importantly, this ability, only level 3 now. This means, it has a lot of room for improvement. Because, super speed is now also level 3. Fang Bing's running speed on the ground, it's only 3,000 kilometers per hour. And level 3 heartbeat time, the speed has also reached 1,800 kilometers per hour. This means, this super ability of the yo-yo. Wait until it reaches full level. Also only faster than Quicksilver's limit speed. Less than half slower, actually, for Fang Bing. Get the effect of yo-yo super ability. There is one more key point. That is, originally, if Fang Bing wanted to run faster than time, it can take a lot of time. Max out the super speed from Quicksilver. But now, after having this heartbeat time super ability, means Fang Bing in the next workout, you can upgrade 2 abilities at the same time. And, Fang Bing thinks, after adding this ability, he probably is. There is no need to wait until the super fast full level. The speed can be increased to surpass time, he might. Just a powerful ability to correlate these 2 speeds. They all rose to level 7 or 8, or 8 or 9. It can reach the speed that can only be achieved at the 10th level of super speed. After, Fang Bing ran a few times back and forth using only the heartbeat time. Totally figured it out. Everything about this super ability. And, neither did he. The yo-yo runs halfway. There is also a side effect of flashing back to the original place at the end. Instead, you can always run in any direction at will. But for this, Fang Bing was not surprised. Because he knows, the super ability of the yo-yo. Originally there is no such side effect, and the reason why the yo-yo will use up the super ability every time. Just ran back to the original place. It has something to do with what happened to her when she was a child. That's probably the case, in her childhood. One day a gangster broke into the house, asked her father for the bill. She was so scared that she and her sister hid in the closet, secretly watching his father being beaten and blackmailed by gangsters. Then, the young yo-yo is not sensible, want to go out and get something. Help father. Then awakening the super ability. In an instant. Get out of the closet. Successfully got it back. Back to the closet. But, in the process. But accidentally knocked something off the table. Lead to that gangster. Found them in the closet. Father to protect them. Stop gangsters. Got shot and killed by gangsters. So, since then, the yo-yo has had a psychological shadow. Causes her to use her super ability every time. No matter how far you run, will eventually return to the same place. But, her problem. Later, after the psychological shadow was removed, and then disappeared, becomes the same as Fang Bing is now. How to run? Just run. So, now Fang Bing gained only her ability, no experience like hers. Naturally, when using this ability, there will be no restrictions and side effects. After thoroughly testing this ability, Fang Bing unlocked other super abilities. Start testing. Own current running speed on land. What is the limit? The reason. Also try this. Because of increased speed, It is not simply 1 plus 1 equals 2. Not to say, heart rate can run up to 1,800 kilometers per hour. Super speed can run up to 3,000 kilometers per hour. Both abilities are enabled together. Fang Bing can only run 4,800 kilometers. Not like this, because have inertia. Faster. The stronger the inertia, the faster you run. So, Fang Bing speculates, own current limit running speed. It must be more than 4,800 kilometers per hour. Then, Fang Bing started running, definitely. Because I still want to go back to set up a stall. He didn't choose to run around the hive planet. That takes too much time, he just ran around for 10 minutes. Then go back and calculate the distance, then came out. Own current limit speed, the result surprised him. Because his running speed already reached 5,500 kilometers. Although, still without his psychokinesis plus super speed body plus magnetic field flight flies fast. But Fang Bing believes, now he has two super speed abilities at the same time. Quickly ground running speed, boost to levels well beyond flight speed. Just when Fang Bing ran to the Hive Star to test the newly acquired super ability. The city he just left, London, a major case has occurred. A black market arms dealer and a mercenary attacked London's largest museum. Steal a vibranium artifact from Wakanda. The move caught Wakanda's attention. So, Prince Black Panther, who hasn't left Wakanda for a long time, leading his royal guard, drive a spaceship, quietly came to London, prepare to arrest the two bandits who robbed vibranium. The vibranium artifacts that originally belonged to Wakanda. Bring back Wakanda. But this time the vibranium robbery happened. It's no surprise, but it is already doomed. Centuries ago, the 5 tribes of the African continent, in order to compete for one that fell from the sky, and vibranium-rich meteorites, and start a war. One of the fighters, eat a heart-shaped herb influenced by vibranium. Gain a powerful ability to become the first Black Panther. And end the war. 4 of the tribes, the Kingdom of Wakanda, is officially formed. There is only one Jabari tribe living far away in the mountains and forests. For hundreds of years, Wakanda relies on mining vibranium. Developed a superb science and technology. Turned Wakanda into a hidden third world. To protect vibranium from being discovered by the outside world. But just over 10 years ago, the current king left Wakanda. Went to California. Met my brother who stayed outside. And accused his own brother. Assist the black market arms dealer Crow. Invade Wakanda. Steal a lot of vibranium. And the entourage around the younger brother. Turned out to be a spy for Wakanda too, he also confirmed it to the king. The crime of the king's own brother, so. The king sent his own brother back to Wakanda. Tried for treason. But his own brother was unwilling to go back. Shot in anger. Try to kill the spy next to you. This forced the king to do it himself. Killed his own brother. Then, in order to eliminate adverse effects, the king not only ordered the spies to conceal the truth, even dropped it. Eric, the young son born to his brother in the outside world, led to Eric deeply affected by his father's death. Step by step, it becomes a fight against violence with violence. Mercenaries with blood on their hands, that's right. Eric, son of the king's own brother, that is now to rob the London Museum. The mercenaries who stole the vibranium artifact. And the black market arms dealer who was with him. It was that year. Crow, a black market arms dealer who was in contact with the king's own brother. Eric, as a mercenary who killed countless people, has already passed the arms dealer Crow. Learn about your own life experience. Understood. He turned out to be the royal family of Wakanda. It turned out to be the cousin of the current crown prince of Wakanda. So, ambition began to soar like weeds, so. This time he robs the London Museum with the arms dealer Crow. It's not about getting rich, it's a conspiracy that has been planned together for a long time. It's another conspiracy, definitely. Crown Prince of Wakanda. Things have also come to London. Fang Bing didn't know it all. After he finished testing his newly obtained super ability. To make a stall plan today. No more dying halfway. So, he is in a hurry. Open the portal soon. Back to London again. Back to the vicinity of that university again. Then, Fang Bing was dumbfounded. What about the dining car? Where is my dining car? Didn't you say that the law and order in London is very good? Just for a while. The food truck is gone. Fang Bing stroked his forehead. Feel helpless. No way. Now that the previous dining car is lost. Then Fang Bing can only choose. Back to the back alley again. launched a material transformation towards the trash can. Soon, another food truck showed up. Fang Bing pushes the dining cart back to the school gate again. Then, he started to make today's dark dishes. That's right. Today Fang Bing is still making dark dishes. Only, he has learned from the previous lessons. No further modification of the ingredients, and today, the dark cuisine he chose, put it in the east. Not really dark cuisine at all, because Fang Bing made it. Stinky tofu. It smells bad. Eat delicious stinky tofu. Pair it with the unique aroma of system food. It can be said that it is smelly and delicious. Incomparably sold. Soul. Finished making 1,000 servings of stinky tofu in paper bowls. Fang Bing called the waiter Lorna as usual. Tell her to come to work. Only this time to save time. Also because the little waiter has already learned that he can open the portal. So after Fang Bing confirmed that there was no one around her, he opened the portal directly beside her. Let your waiter arrive at work in a second. Then, the waiter Lorna just left the portal. It smelled inside the dining car. That strong, fragrant and smelly smell. Instantly feel. This taste, it's her favorite. Then, I also forgot to ask Fang Bing for instructions. Picked up a bowl of stinky tofu directly. Lifted the lid. Simply. An improved version of the big-eyed dessert from last time. It caused a certain psychological shadow on her. So, this time after she opened the lid, I also carefully looked at the stinky tofu in the paper bowl. No eyeballs were found. No wriggling critters either. Only then did he happily grab a piece directly. Stuffed it in his mouth. Wow. It's so delicious. Boss, are you good? Stop cooking dark dishes? Okay. What is Konglang? If you can't speak, don't speak. Begging wages must be deducted. After watching it, I heard that wages will be deducted. Just a poor little waiter. Fang Bing still couldn't bear to take it seriously. Just dismiss her. With stinky tofu and a small table. Hurry to set up a stall in front of the school. Then, the business has officially started. In front of the entire school, it is full of fragrant and smelly alluring taste. Attracted crowds of passers-by. Come and taste it. Then, sure enough, it did not meet Fang Bing's expectations. Something like stinky tofu. Not really a dark delicacy at all. Even people who smell it for the first time will feel uncomfortable. But after eating, there is often an immediate liking. Then, just repurchase again. Fang Bing watching this scene. A little annoying, but I don't bother to care anymore. Just sit in the dining car, idle and bored. Open. Start drawing abilities on the spot. Lorna sells one. He just takes it. I had a great time playing. Time flies too, after more than an hour. Because stinky tofu is so popular, 1,000 copies were sold out. Lorna has already returned to the dining car with the tray. And those diners who bought the last batch of stinky tofu. Still standing there. With a face of intoxicated, he tasted the food. Fang Bing counted. Myself today. Only the abilities of more than 400 people were drawn. This is because there is too much traffic at the school gate. Diners who want to repurchase multiple times haven't had time to buy it a second time. 1,000 copies have sold out for a reason. And there are more than 400 diners today. It also failed to provide Fang Bing with a super ability. It just let Fang Bing's earth science and technology level again. Another 6th increase. Now, his level of science and technology has reached half of the 8th grade, at most 3 more stalls. You can go up to level 9. So, even if there is no surprise today. But the basic goal of setting up a stall has been accomplished. Fang Bing was quite happy. The stall is over. What is left to do? Then definitely it is time to pay employees. Otherwise, I didn't see the little waiter standing next to me. That little look of anticipation. So, Fang Bing gets off the counter. Pulled out some cans. It slipped into Lorna's hand. Then let her go to the cash box to withdraw money by herself. And sent her away. After Lorna leaves, Fang Bing is also preparing to withdraw. But at this moment, a few people came from the dining car. Knocked on the counter of the dining car. Politely asked, "Boss, may I ask if they bought the food from you?" Fang Bing looked up at the person coming. 3 thoughts popped up in my mind instantly. First thought. What the hell? Second thought. Is it going to be posted today? Third thought. This guy's vibranium seems to be of little value to me. Yes. Fang Bing saw it for the first time. I recognized it. Several people standing in front of them. It's from Wakanda. Leading handsome black guy. Is the future king of Wakanda. One of the Avengers Alliance superheroes. Black Panther. Several female men followed behind him. All his royal guards, although they are now traveling in casual clothes. But Fang Bing for Wakanda can't understand better. They were recognized immediately. But, although he was very happy at first, but realized quickly, Black Panther these people. For myself, there is no great value. The fighting power of Black Panther, it is stronger than Captain America. And Wakanda's most famous specialty vibranium. For myself who has material transformation, even more worthless. How much you want? How much can be changed? Even the step of mining is saved. So, the excitement at first sight. Most of it disappeared in one fell swoop, but out of the simple psychology that mosquito legs are also meat. Fang Bing is definitely not able to deliver the business to the door. Shut out. Then, he also politely replied, also, please wait a moment. Then, he's right under the counter. Use the food maker. Made a few more servings of stinky tofu, served on the counter. Outside the counter, there are 5 people standing. So he also made exactly 5 copies, it's just that Fang Bing didn't expect it. Except Black Panther, the other 4 female guards. Although sniffling, already attracted by the fragrance. But still remained unmoved, just watching Black Panther eat it alone. Fang Bing was puzzled, but think about it. I also understand why they don't eat, because of these people. It's all Wakanda royal family, a seasoned warrior. The best of the best, come out this time. Biggest task. It is estimated that it is to protect the safety of Black Panther, the Crown Prince of Wakanda. So, in order to fulfill their duties, for the glory, endure the temptation by force, it is also very normal. And Black Panther obviously didn't think that much. I finished a bowl in 2 or 3 bites, then looked at the remaining 4 bowls on the counter. All packed away without any hesitation, before leaving. Also asked if Fang Bing sells the recipe for this snack. He is willing to pay a lot of money to buy it. He even wanted to hire Fang Bing as a chef, and offered a sky-high annual salary. It's a pity that Fang Bing ruthlessly rejected it. Wait until Black Panther and others leave. Fang Bing looked at the ability list that was just extracted. T'Challa, Super Physique LV6, he took the heart-shaped flower, a specialty of Wakanda, and obtained a physique and strength 6 times higher than that of ordinary people. Super Melee Combat LV8, as the Crown Prince of Wakanda, he has received rigorous training since he was a child, and has acquired extraordinary melee combat skills. There aren't many combat-related abilities on Black Panther. It's not too strong either, just a few of them. Fang Bing thought it was normal, because Black Panther became a superhero. One depends on his physique. The other is his Black Panther suit woven from vibranium. Indestructible. Very hard. Also with vibranium claws. Invincible. And his equipment. Obviously it can't be counted as his original super ability. So, Fang Bing cannot be seen in the ability list. Then, Fang Bing chose to extract the ability of Black Panther. The result disappointed him even more. Only one Wakanda vernacular was drawn. It's like learning a language. Then, Fang Bing is ready to close the stall. Only pushing food trucks back to the alley at Fang Bing. After being put into the portable space, but he had a flash of inspiration. I thought of something I had been ignoring. Heart-shaped flower. How did the Black Panther's ability come about? How did they get their Captain America-like physique? It is very clear in the system introduction, from taking heart-shaped flowers. Although, Fang Bing didn't get Black Panther's super physique. Even if you get it, Black Panther's super physique doesn't do much for his ascension either. But, heart-shaped flowers are different. The reason for saying this, because of the heart-shaped flower thing. Not super ability. Just a plant. Just take it. You can have a super physique. So, Fang Bing only needs to get the heart-shaped flower. It will definitely improve your physique, and that's not the point. The point is, Fang Bing remembered, own your own plants to control this super ability. Can control all plants. Let them grow and mutate at will. So, Fang Bing thought, if you use the super ability of plant control on the heart-shaped flower, what will happen? Will the spawned heart-shaped flower evolve? Will it vary? Will it have a stronger effect? Even if it cannot evolve and mutate, then Fang Bing can also get the seeds of heart-shaped flowers. A large number of heart-shaped flowers were born at a very high speed. Try it. Take lots of heart-shaped flowers. Can you improve your fitness quickly? Thought of here. Fang Bing also remembered. Wakanda. Not only do you have the heart-shaped flower, the plant you need, and their science and technology are extremely advanced. Now it has completely surpassed the Earth level. Their spaceships. Direct space travel is possible. Their shields. Not only invisible, it can also completely withstand the bombardment of Thanos' space battleship army. And Black Panther's younger sister, Susan. Also a genius scientist not weaker than Iron Man. Think of these. Fang Bing thinks Wakanda himself had to go. Fortunately, he had just seen Black Panther and his escort. Now want to enter Wakanda. Just have to keep up with them. It must be no problem. So, in the Fang Bing alley. Stealth is turned on. Then turned on super hearing. Inquired about the movement within a few miles below. Really. Black Panther they did not go far. Instead, he kept walking. Heading towards the London Museum a few miles away. So, Fang Bing remained invisible. Flew into the air. Soon came near the Black Panther. Ready to follow him all the time. Find Wakanda. That's why. It's because Fang Bing knows. Black Panther is Crown Prince of Wakanda. It is absolutely impossible to stay outside forever. Come out and finish the job. We'll be back in Wakanda soon. Then, Fang Bing found out. The original Black Panther to the Museum of London. It's for investigation. A case of robbery just happened here. The bandits robbed a cultural relic that had been treasured in the museum for hundreds of years. Fang Bing saw it all. Immediately recalled the plot. I also know. What's happening now? What is the problem? After. Fang Bing followed behind Black Panther and others invisibly. Watched a live-action movie, under the direction of Eric. Black Panther eventually discovered Eric's identity. Knowing that this is his cousin, I also knew about my own father back then. To Eric's father. What did you do? Feel guilty. After. Black Panther was wounded by the guards around him. So gave up on hunting down Eric. Take the wounded. Back to Wakanda. Prepare to heal with Wakanda's high tech. By the way, inherit the throne. And Fang Bing. Also a successful follower of Black Panther. Entered Wakanda. Although Wakanda also has energy shields. But this pure technological creation. There is no way to block his portal. So Fang Bing easily broke through Wakanda's energy shield. Entered Wakanda invisibly, and within Wakanda. The best people. But is Black Panther and his father. Yes. Black Panther's father is not dead. Fang Bing's crossing. It ended up interfering with Wakanda's development. King Wakanda who was supposed to be killed. Now it is not dead. But because of old age. Still decided in the last few days. Pass the throne of Wakanda to Black Panther. Fang Bing expected. That guy named Eric. Presumably still at Black Panther's succession ceremony. Declare yourself. Challenge Black Panther. In order to seize the throne of Wakanda. But. These have little to do with Fang Bing. Because of Wakanda. No one can see through his invisibility magic. Technological means cannot be detected. If someone finds out. It can only be that the individual entity of that person is too strong. Only then can Fang Bing be noticed. So, Wakanda now. For Fang Bing. Already defenseless, he can go wherever he wants. Therefore. Fang Bing is effortless. Infiltrated the Wakanda palace. Found the planting place of the heart-shaped flower. Looking at the ground. This is a flower that exudes purple light. Fang Bing was happy. Only. Near the planting place of the heart-shaped flower. Always guarded by a squad of palace guards. There are also people who specialize in taking care of heart-shaped flowers. Staring at the place where the heart-shaped flower is planted. I want to pick all the heart-shaped flowers without knowing it. Is unlikely. But Fang Bing didn't plan to take them all. He remains invisible. Standing in front of a heart-shaped flower planter. Squat down. Against a heart-shaped flower. Activated the plant control. Make it grow fast. In an instant. This purple heart-shaped flower was originally in its infancy. Started to rise steadily. The flowers grow larger. The purple light is even worse. Then. Reached the limit. It began to flourish and decline. Rapid withering. But. It is after withering. A purple fruit remained. Fang Bing looked around. Discover guards and planters. No abnormality was found here. He picked up the fruit among the flowers. Out of here. Wakanda is huge. Fang Yuan is thousands of miles away. There are lofty mountains. There are also rolling snow-capped mountains. There are also rivers and waterfalls. Nothing like Africa. After Fang Bing temporarily left the palace. Then he flew to an uninhabited mountain forest wilderness. After landing. Fang Bing took out the fruit of the heart-shaped flower. Observed it. Later, he broke it off with his hands. Really. Inside this purple fruit. Filled with individual heart-shaped flower seeds. Like a grain of sesame. See this. Fang Bing immediately understood. The royal family of Wakanda. How to cultivate the planting place of the heart-shaped flower. It must be by planting heart-shaped flower seeds. To do it. And now, Fang Bing also has heart-shaped flower seeds. There is also the super ability of plants to control. This means, he will have countless heart-shaped flowers. So, Fang Bing left the Wakanda palace immediately. Found this forest. Get ready to test your ideas. Then, Fang Bing took out the seeds from the purple fruit. Counted. Inside a fruit, there are about a dozen seeds. Fang Bing took 3 pills, buried in the ground beneath his feet. Activated the plant control. Get ready for the heart flower to grow fast. Then, Fang Bing found himself defeated. A seed is still a seed. Buried in the ground. Nothing has changed. It hasn't started to germinate. It didn't start to grow into a heart-shaped flower. Fang Bing was puzzled. How is this going? Is this really the seed of the heart-shaped flower? And own plant's control ability. Obviously just now at the Wakanda palace. It also successfully gave birth to a heart-shaped flower. Why is it not possible now? Do breed heart-shaped flowers? Any other special tricks? After Fang Bing thought for a while. Decided to return to the palace again. Look at the place where the heart-shaped flower was planted. What is the mystery? Then, after a while, Fang Bing in invisible state, standing in front of the heart-shaped flower planting site again. Observed the area. And this time, because he had already prepared in advance. So soon there are new discoveries. Yes, this heart-shaped flower planting place. There are indeed tricks, because Fang Bing in the case of full induction. It was clearly sensed into the soil under the planting ground. There is metal. This discovery made Fang Bing think of something. But to make sure of my own mind, he instantly activated the see-through super ability. Look under the ground where the heart-shaped flower is planted. Really, below the soil where the heart flower is planted. 1 meter deep, has a huge amounts of metal. That's vibranium. The moment Fang Bing recognized vibranium. I was sure I guessed right. Heart-shaped flowers of this plant would have appeared. It is because of the impact of the vibranium meteorite. So, if you want to grow successfully, it is also inseparable from vibranium. And the people of Wakanda, the secret has already been discovered. That's why they put such a large piece of vibranium buried in the ground below the heart-shaped flower planting. In this way, heart-shaped flowers are cultivated. After figuring everything out, Fang Bing also understood how to do it yourself. Then, Fang Bing left the palace again. But this time, he opened the portal directly. Left Wakanda. When he appeared again, already appeared on Hive Planet. Fang Bing walked around the Hive Planet for a while. Found a hidden valley. Here there is still desolation though. But there is a small river passing through it. It can be regarded as having mountains and rivers. Fang Bing put his hand on the river bank. Initiated the material transformation. A few minutes later, river bank. Then a plowed land appeared. Fang Bing watched. The land. I feel that if I am free in the future to be an old farmer, plant vegetables and so on, it is very suitable. Substance conversion can be used to farmland. Psychokinesis is used to sow seeds. Plant control direct ripening. After cooked, directly use the 100,000 sword domain. Harvest in batches. It's simply a comparison. But now Fang Bing haven't reached your goal yet. It has not become absolutely safe. Naturally not living that life. So, he's just thinking about it now. After thinking about it, looking at the cultivated land in front of him, suddenly remembered that I forgot the most important thing just now. Then, he put his hand on the ground again. Initiates a substance conversion. Plow the soil to a depth of 1 meter below the plow. Converted to vibranium. A full 3 meters thick vibranium. It is arranged in the same environment as the Wakanda heart-shaped flower planting place. Then, Fang Bing took out the seeds of the heart-shaped flower again. Buried in the soil. Activated the plant control super ability. Really, this time heart-shaped flower seeds instantly began to grow. After a while, it has already broken out. Start to sprout and grow. After a few seconds, a plant with heart-shaped flowers has grown. A small purple flower bud appeared. After a while, flower buds grow. Become a mature heart-shaped flower. Not just this one. Fang Bing just planted several seeds at the same time. At the moment have grown into heart-shaped flowers. But Fang Bing didn't immediately pick the heart-shaped flowers and take them. Instead, he sprinkled the remaining seeds in his hands. Continue to launch. plant control, until all the dozen or so heart-shaped flowers are ripened. All began to wither and wither. Then a dozen purple heart-shaped flowers and fruits were left in place. Yes. Fang Bing is preparing to breed heart-shaped flowers in batches. And now, the conditions are ripe. Fang Bing uses psychokinesis. In an instant, more than a dozen heart-shaped flowers and fruits floated up. Then instantly shattered their shells. The seeds inside were removed. Here, Fang Bing directly owns more than 100 seeds. Next, he repeated the steps just now. All these more than 100 seeds were planted. Ripe again. Wither and bear fruit again. This time, Fang Bing has acquired more than 1,000 seeds. After, Fang Bing repeated the process several more times. Until the few acres of cultivated land in front of him, already all over the heart-shaped flowers, Fang Bing stopped the plant control. Leave some seeds, saved in the portable space. And at the moment, only half an hour had passed. But Fang Bing already have a flower sea of heart-shaped flowers. At least there are tens of thousands of heart-shaped flowers. So, now, it's finally time for Fang Bing to harvest. He hovered above the sea of heart-shaped flowers. Use psychokinesis. Picked a heart-shaped flower. Straight into the mouth. It tastes pretty good. A little sweet. After eating, Fang Bing didn't bury himself in the sand either. Because he thinks, the people of Wakanda finished eating the heart-shaped flower. Bury yourself in the sand. It should be purely a sense of ritual. Otherwise, heart flower this vibranium-spawned plant. With their strange rituals, what could it matter? That should be nothing more than a teleportation ceremony of the ancient tribe. So Fang Bing chooses to believe in science, really. After a while, Fang Bing felt that he guessed right. Wakanda that ritual, it's really useless. Because, he has already begun to feel changes in his body. There are gusts of energy in my stomach. Start to constantly transform your body. Make Fang Bing feel very comfortable. It's like soaking in a hot spring. But, this process, only 10 seconds later, just stopped. But, Fang Bing was not surprised either. Because, the heart-shaped flower was previously used when transforming the Black Panthers of the previous generations. It is also just their physique, advanced to Captain America level. So, can work on itself, not too bad. And, Fang Bing's plan, it's not just about taking a heart-shaped flower. But, Fang Bing did not continue for the time being. He fell to the ground. Initiates a substance conversion. Start making metal weights. Prepare to test. This heart-shaped flower. What a boost it gave him. Because physique is not easy to test, so Fang Bing only intends to test the improvement of strength. After a while, metal weights are made. After Fang Bing spent a few minutes testing. Discover. One's own strength is only improved and not much. Probably about the level of strength of Captain America. This was completely expected by Fang Bing, so he flew into the air again, and this time, he wasn't ready to slow down. One move. Instantly 100 heart-shaped flowers are controlled by psychokinesis. Flew into his hands. Fang Bing began to stuff a lot into his mouth. His idea is simple. Since I can't mutate the heart-shaped flower into a more powerful plant, it can only make it grow faster, since the quality is not enough. Just use the quantity to make up. Fang Bing quickly ate the heart-shaped flower. After a moment of effort, I ate more than 30 flowers. But, he stopped quickly, because he felt abnormal. I feel something wrong with my body, he thinks. In my stomach. Started to get hot. It's like importing a bucket of boiling hot oil. Fang Bing was a little dumbfounded. F*K machine. I won't explode my body, will I? After the body heats up extremely quickly. Following. It is severe pain, from the body. Excruciating pain from the inside out. Fang Bing felt like a F*King dog. I can't wait to catch my throat. Spit out all the heart-shaped flowers in your stomach. But reason and the desire to become stronger. It still made him hold back. He fought back the pain. Stiff. Wait for the pain to go away. At the same time, start to think distractedly. What exactly is going on? Then, Fang Bing realized one thing. That is, the Wakanda gang, when nurturing the next generation of Black Panther. Why do you eat only one heart-shaped flower every time? Never eat more than one flower at a time, and get stronger? Are they missing heart-shaped flowers? Absolutely not. Vibranium in Wakanda is massive, basically inexhaustible. So, even if they don't have Fang Bing's means of spawning heart-shaped flowers, it's been hundreds of years, if the heart-shaped flower can be taken in large quantities. Superposition enhances physical fitness, without side effects. The Black Panthers of all ages, it is absolutely impossible to be at this level. Thanos has already been slapped, okay. After realizing this, Fang Bing knows. I rashly ate 30 heart-shaped flowers. How reckless. And now is here, what I have experienced. Exactly the side effect of taking large amounts of heart-shaped flowers many times. After, Fang Bing felt the energy in his body. Started to tear his body apart, tearing up his inner palace. This made him feel even more painful. I feel like I'm about to explode from the inside out. But it is impossible to explode the body. Fang Bing's physical fitness, it is not comparable to the grade of Black Panther. His body, the physique is already very strong. Self-healing ability. It has even reached the level of rebirth from a drop of blood. Every time the body is damaged by the energy of the heart-shaped flower. Instant self-healing. Actually, didn't do any damage at all. Just constantly hurt internally. It just made Fang Bing feel unbearable pain. 10 minutes later, Fang Bing felt better. Feel the heart flower energy in your body. It has been digested and absorbed by oneself. After a while, the pain in the body has completely disappeared. And Fang Bing, he shook his fist. Feel your own strength. There has been a clear improvement. Then, he returned to the ground again. Start using the previously made metal weights. Test your strength. When he wants to come. Eat a heart-shaped flower. It increases the strength of a Captain America. Now I have eaten 30 flowers. Why should the strength be increased by hundreds of tons? But the result made him a little disappointed. After testing, Fang Bing found out there are more than 30 heart-shaped flowers taken this time. It only increased his strength by about 10 tons. Use his original strength of 30 tons with one hand. It was raised to 40 tons, and his original divine power 7. It has not yet been promoted to level 8, and Master Physique V1. It is still the same. This means, the effect of taking heart-shaped flowers will decay. It is not infinitely superimposed. Fang Bing felt like he was a F***Kingdog. It hurts for so long. Suffered so much. How could you give me such a boost? No, absolutely not. Then, Fang Bing is on fire. He stared at the sea of heart-shaped flowers with glaring eyes. What? I am not a man today. Anyway, it hurts. I want to become stronger. I want to eat. Give yourself a pep talk. Fang Bing was full of anger. Initiated psychokinesis. Start picking heart-shaped flowers in batches. This time, he just didn't count. Picked hundreds of flowers directly. Open. Start eating. Put them in your mouth one by one. Even if the stomach is hot. Open. Start to hurt. Fang Bing didn't stop either. Instead, he held back the pain. Eat non-stop. He doesn't believe it. Under the self-healing power of rebirth from a drop of blood. Can this mere heart-shaped flower kill him? Ah. Nonsense. 10 minutes later, Fang Bing finished eating the hundreds of heart-shaped flowers in front of him. Hiccup. Then, hold back the excruciating pain in your body. Start to meditate. Yes, he thought of a way in severe pain. Since meditation can empty the consciousness. As long as you can enter the state of meditation, that should reduce the physical pain, but one side was tortured by excruciating pain, while trying to enter a state of meditation. Is very difficult. Starting time. Fang Bing tried several times without success. But in the end he succeeded, entered a meditative state. Really, after entering a meditative state, although not completely immune to pain, Fang Bing immediately felt that the pain in his body had subsided a lot. Make him feel less miserable. Half an hour later. Under his powerful digestion ability. Originally, my stomach was full of heart-shaped flowers. It was all absorbed by him. The pain is also completely gone. Fang Bing stood up. I feel like a real cowhide. Can't help but give myself a thumbs up. Then, he began to test. Hundreds of heart-shaped flowers just eaten. How much enhancement did it bring to him? Then, Fang Bing discovered something pleasantly. Turned out to be. Just while he was meditating, a system prompt appeared. Prompt him. His master physique has been upgraded. Congratulations, your master physique has been upgraded to LV2. F***K. Cow bash. Really, the sky pays off. Hard work pays off. Fang Bing was very happy. Because his physique, it's been a long time since I upgraded. Physical fitness did not improve, not because he doesn't work hard, but because people on Earth Basically, there is no one with a stronger physique than him. As far as he knows. That is, the civil and military members of the 10 Ring Gang. Crush him 1 level. Physique is master level IV2. And now. Fang Bing's physique. It's already the same as Wenwu's. And physical breakthrough. Mean. Fang Bing can do that. It was because of his lack of physical fitness. And things that can't continue, for example. Go to the moon again. See if Black Bolt can break through his own defenses. Go to the depths of the magma. Continue to explore further down. Check it out this time. Can you find the cubs of the Celestial Clan? Only. Although Fang Bing's physique has been upgraded to master level IV2. But the divine power still failed to upgrade. Because of his divine power, it was already level 7. Fang Bing thinks. I just improved. It should be that the threshold for upgrading to level 8 has not yet been reached. But. After swallowing hundreds of heart-shaped flowers at a time. Fang Bing is also confirmed. Use your own physique and self-healing. Heart-shaped flowers can't really hurt themselves. At most, it can make myself suffer for a while. So. Fang Bing is ready to continue fighting. Be prepared to utilize heart-shaped flowers all the time. Raise until it cannot be raised. Yes, he has found out. The heart-shaped flower was becoming less and less effective for him. Just a few hundred more heart-shaped flowers. Lifting effect. It's not hundreds of times at all. So, he thinks. What a heart-shaped flower does to itself. Will reach the upper limit, and now, he is going to hit the upper limit. So. Fang Bing flew over the sea of heart-shaped flowers again. Initiated psychokinesis. Thousands of heart-shaped flowers were picked at one time. Keep going started to eat, and this time. After eating, because it has been prepared in advance. So he quickly entered meditation, pain relief. But. The effect of taking this time. Fang Bing felt worse than last time. The same is true. This time I ate more than 1,000 heart-shaped flowers. It didn't allow his physique and divine power to upgrade again. So. This indeed confirmed. Fang Bing's guess. Heart-shaped flower effect. It's getting weaker and weaker against him. But mosquito legs can also be meat. Fang Bing definitely couldn't give up just yet. So he continued to eat. Until he ate more than 2,000 heart-shaped flowers again. Ding. The system beep sounded again. Congratulations, your divine power has been upgraded to IV8. After that. When Fang Bing ate the heart-shaped flower again. Can't even feel physical changes, he gets it. The heart-shaped flower is no longer useful to him. Then. Fang Bing stopped. I looked at the sea of flowers that was only half left. A wave of the hand launched psychokinesis. Pick all its petals. Stored in the portable space. Then the underground vibranium was activated for material conversion. Turned into dirt. That's how I left here. The reason why Fang Bing is so cautious, because of Hive Star. It's an alien planet after all. There is no enchantment here that can block other people in the universe. So. Since these things, it's no longer useful to me. Then put it away. Otherwise, what if Hive Planet is discovered by some alien spacecraft? One scan. Found this sea of flowers. Wouldn't it be cheaper for others? What's more. This heart-shaped flower, although it is useless for Fang Bing. But it is also useful for family and friends. Fang Bing is ready to go back. Just give it to Aunt May and little Peter. 1 flower per person. Improve physical fitness. After tidying up the planting ground, Fang Bing looked at the side. Previously manufactured metal weights. Ready to test first. The 8th level divine power of the new upgrade. What a power bonus it brought to myself. Then destroy those Ulu metals. So. Fang Bing stepped forward. He directly grabbed the 50-ton metal weight with one hand. Push upwards. Easy. This surprised Fang Bing. Because when he was at the 7th level of divine power. The strength of a one-handed snatch, only 40 tons. After. Fang Bing tested metal weights of other weights. The test results were obtained. After reaching the 8th level of divine power. Plus the strength increase of the master physique that has just been upgraded to 2 levels. His one-handed snatch strength, it has reached 70 tons. This is an extremely scary number, 70 tons in one punch. If he activates the power of Iron Fist, increase by 5 times. 350 tons in one punch. What is the concept of 350 tons? 10 fully loaded heavy trucks, but that's all. Fang Bing sighed. Really? One pays one gain. This wave directly increased the strength by 30 tons. I am also worthy of the torture I just suffered. As for physique, Fang Bing is not in a hurry to test now. Because this is not easy to test. More importantly, he has other things to do. But, master ability. Per level. The degree of improvement is far beyond what the super level can match. So, Fang Bing thinks, it should have improved a lot too. Fingers open the portal. Fang Bing walked in. When he walked out again, arrived at the palace of Wakanda. The reason for answering Wakanda, because of. Inside Wakanda, he still has one more thing to do. That is, feed Black Panther's sister, that genius scientist named Susan or something. According to Fang Bing's memory, her scientific level and IQ, no worse than Iron Man, so. Fang Bing who wants to improve his scientific knowledge. Naturally, this kind of easy-to-reach feeding object cannot be let go. Then, Fang Bing started wandering around the palace. Find the whereabouts of the genius scientist. Not to mention, Wakanda's palace is really huge. Even if Fang Bing has super abilities such as super hearing and clairvoyance. I also searched for 10 minutes, it was just in an underground laboratory in the palace. Found this skinny girl. At the moment, she is standing by a test bench. The holographic projection is controlled by hand. Sitting and researching something. Fang Bing didn't want to scare her by showing up. As a man of principle, Fang Bing never thought of force-feeding a little girl who had no grievances with him. So, he can only choose to play a little dirty. Fang Bing turned on stealth, entered the underground laboratory. Looked at the situation in the laboratory, soon on the side table. Found a half drink. Then, Fang Bing mixes some boiled water from a gourmet maker. Then stood aside. Waiting. Really, not long after. The little girl felt thirsty, he picked up his drink and drank it. And Fang Bing. I also heard the wonderful system prompt sound smoothly. Extracted her ability list and. Fang Bing looked at the extracted ability list. Suri Retentive Memory IV8, she has the ability of retentive memory, she will never forget any knowledge she has learned. Extreme Speed Learning IV7, she has the ability to learn knowledge quickly, and can accept and understand new knowledge at an extremely fast speed. Vibranium Battlesuit Design IV9, she designed the Vibranium manufacturing battlesuit, which has reached the master level. Super Physique IV6, because of taking the heart-shaped flower, her physique has been enhanced to 6 times that of ordinary humans. Earth Material Science Knowledge LV10, she has fully comprehended the knowledge of Earth Material Science. Good guy. Sure enough, he was a genius no less than Iron Man. Fang Bing looked at her ability list. Discover her level of Earth Science knowledge. No less than Iron Man. Even surpassed Iron Man in some respects. Beyond the realm of Earth Science knowledge. Reached level universe. This is Fang Bing's view. I don't think the reason is complicated. Because. She doesn't have Iron Man's blessing of cosmic knowledge though. But she has a photographic memory and the ability to learn quickly. Plus Wakanda's unique conditions, with so much vibranium. The conditions are so good. The level of technological knowledge is comparable to that of Iron Man. No wonder. To know. Iron Man is rich though. But before meeting Fang Bing, want a little vibranium. They all have to go to the bald chief of S.H.I.E.L.D. Ask Grandpa to tell Grandma. Only then can we ask for that little bit. And Suri. As the princess of Wakanda, vibranium stuff. For her. I have always wanted as much as I could. It must have been about her scientific studies. Played a very important role in promoting, and. Fang Bing also found out. Su Rui even ate heart-shaped flowers. But in his previous life when he was watching a movie. But I never noticed that she has any special combat power. But. It does not matter. What matters now? Draw ability. Congratulations, you have obtained Extreme Learning V7. Congratulations on your speed learning ability upgraded to IV8. After extracting the ability, Fang Bing received 2 system prompts instantly. They are drawn to the extreme speed of learning. Then learn the prompts to upgrade to the 8th level at a high speed. The reason why you can get it is to upgrade, because of. Fang Bing had extracted a speed learning 7 from the hive before. Now getting one more on Suri. Naturally, it will be upgraded automatically. After getting the 8th level speed study, Fang Bing is very happy. Because this is exactly in line with his psychological expectations. Why Suri is a genius. That is inseparable from her possessing this extremely fast learning ability. So, Fang Bing is equivalent to gaining her most important core ability. And the speed study that rose to the 8th level. It must be able to understand Fang Bing's future plans. Play a vital role. After that, Fang Bing left Wakanda. But he left a duplication. Invisibility is activated. Continue to watch further developments in Wakanda. The reason for this. Fang Bing had already found out when he left. That mercenary named Eric killed his fellow black market arms dealer. With his body. Fly the plane. It's time to serve Wakanda. Fang Bing knows. This next guy should challenge Black Panther. Vying for his throne. So, Fang Bing was curious. Without the death of King Wakanda, what happens? Result. He found. Subsequent development. Basically the same as the original, at the succession ceremony. Eric successfully defeated a Black Panther that actively eliminates power. Won the throne. Black Panther was thrown down the waterfall. Rescued by another tribe isolated from the world. And the old king is still alive, but because it has abdicated. It didn't work either. Afterwards Eric ate the heart-shaped flower. Gained strength. Became king of Wakanda. Sure enough, the place where the heart-shaped flower was planted was destroyed. Also ordered Wakanda to equip himself with advanced weapons. Transport to the outside world. Send it to those war-torn countries. Try to start a war. Then he was ked to death by the returning Black Panther. After Fang Bing left Wakanda. Returned to the Hive planet again. Because. Finish the Wakanda thing. A long time has passed. Fang Bing found that the cooldown time for his summoning magic circle had expired. He can use the summoning circle again. That's why Fang Bing came back. Prepare to use up the number of summons today. That's the process. Call out the Uru metal array disc. Throw it to the ground. Put food in it, and this time the food. Fang Bing chose a pot of boiled fish, but it's a pity. Maybe the boiled fish was too spicy. Extra-dimensional creatures don't like to eat. So, Fang Bing only summoned a small frog. And it's not that the frog prince became a frog. Just an ordinary frog who always loves to eat mosquitoes. Fang Bing looked at the frog that Paji jumped into the boiling fish pot. Sighed. I think this pot of boiled fish is a waste. Because it has become a boiled fish frog. After learning the lesson. The offering that Fang Bing chose for the second time. It's a 2-tier cake. I don't like spicy food. Then have something sweet. Next. Fang Bing recited the summoning spell. After a while, he heard a voice coming from the opposite side at. But surprisingly, this time it turned out to be a girl. Kind of gentle. How could Fang Bing stand this? Get ready to sign the equality deed. Summon it. But the other party refused. Don't want to sign any contracts. Then. After Fang Bing thought for a while. The opposite creature. Probably just out of caution. You don't want to sign a contract with yourself. Simply. Even without signing a contract. Fang Bing can also summon creatures at any time. Feel free to send away. So, he agreed. Chant the summoning spell. Start calling her over. In an instant. The light of the magic circle began to flicker. When the magic circle light flickered. See the thing on the summoning circle. Fang Bing was originally full of fire, instantly cold. Damn. What? What is this? What about the good girl? What about the gentle and pretty girl? How did it come out as a female ghost? That's right. A thing that appears on the summoning circle. In Fang Bing's view, she is a serious female ghost. Long hair. Covering most of his pale face. Wearing blood-stained white clothes. The skin is black and blue. The body is translucent. Somewhat illusory. More critically. As soon as this thing comes out of the summoning circle. Just use hands and feet. Crawling towards Fang Bing and pounced. Even if Fang Bing has experienced many battles. Also beat aliens. But where have you seen such a battle? See the female ghost in the horror movie of the previous life. Appeared alive in front of my eyes. I was a little stupefied with fright. Until the female ghost crawled to the front 2 meters. Only then did Fang Bing react. He took out the big sword conveniently. A full set of buff is attached instantly. What thunderfury. Neurotoxin. The power of the soul. Psychokinesis. The magnetic field accelerates. The power of an iron fist. The moment when the big sword is boosted is colorful. Then. Boom. A 5-meter-long sword. Instantly hit the female ghost's position. Blast the ground out of a huge amounts of pit. And that female ghost. It was directly beaten and dissipated. See the attack working. Fang Bing breathed a sigh of relief. Just that thing. Although the fighting power is not good. But popped up. It really took him by surprise. And. Now he also wants to understand. Why the other party before. Don't sign a contract with him, because. Even if an equal contract is signed. Between that female ghost and Fang Bing. Can no longer hurt each other. Turn out to be. I didn't feel safe from the very beginning. Just waiting to be summoned. Attack yourself. But. Fang Bing stood where he was, recalling the appearance of the female ghost. Feel more and more. That stuff. Very familiar. It's very similar to the female ghost in a series of horror movies in the previous life. It's just that Fang Bing is puzzled. Are female ghosts really biological? This summoning circle of my own is paired with system delicacies. It's too cold, isn't it? Even female ghosts can be summoned. I might not know what it will be next time. Fang Bing has already decided. Do not sign a summoning contract in the future. Never call out. This time, just lucky. I ran into a female ghost with poor strength who was malicious to me. After that day, if you rashly summon a big villain who waved his hands and exploded stars. Didn't we just meet? Disappear by yourself? Fang Bing summed up the lesson, then prepared to use the third summoning opportunity. But, at this time, he discovered an abnormality. Because, around the big pit that he blasted out just now, at the moment, there was a hint of coldness, slowly gathering. Fang Bing realized something was wrong, so he stopped thinking about continuing to summon. Standing by the edge of the pit and staring, waiting for things to develop. But he is at the moment, already guessed what happened. 80% of the time, the female ghost hadn't died yet. It may be resurrecting now. Really? Fang Bing guessed right. A few minutes later, the cold air gathered. Tai Hang Center. A female ghost exactly the same as just now appeared. Only the body has grown dimmer. This discovery. Let Fang Bing breathe a sigh of relief. The body becomes dull. Describe your attack. It still did her a fundamental damage. Since one kill won't kill him, then come a few more times. But, just as Fang Bing took out his big sword, turn on various boosts again, when the big sword emits colorful light. The revived female ghost in the pit. I saw Fang Bing holding a big sword by the pit. Plop kneeling down. Subduing the 8th, life is in the end. Fine. He has passed the 10th level of Japanese. Completely understood the other party's words. Even if you don't understand, watch her move. Also understood early. She said so. I have to surrender, don't kill me. Fang Bing saw her speaking Japanese, instantly confirmed her true identity. Then he carried the big sword, walk up to her. What's your name? Why are you attacking me? My lord, the bitch's name is Sadako, good guy. This female ghost. It really is Sadako. It's Sadako who likes to crawl out of the TV to be scary. After knowing her identity, Fang Bing didn't want to kill her either. After all, this is the first time I have encountered a different dimensional ghost. It's a pity to kill it. So, just sign a contract first. Fang Bing holds the big sword. Put it in front of her face. Do you know this? In a minute, Fang Bing successfully passed the spell contract. Completely subdued this ghost. After subduing, the first thing Fang Bing thought of, naturally it was fed. See if you can pass the feeding. Obtained the super ability from Sadako. Then, he pulled out the food maker. He looked at Sadako. What do you like to eat? Or what can you eat? Sadako has long hair. I looked at Fang Bing a little strangely. But still honestly, I like to eat people. Fang Bing. Then silently put away the gourmet maker. Never mind. Stop feeding. Such a thing. Even feed it. It is estimated that you will not get any good ability. After all, it is just something that will be shot to death by oneself. But, although Fang Bing didn't feed her, but he didn't send her away immediately. Instead, he began to question her. And a series of tests. After all, this is Fang Bing's first encounter with ghosts. There may be more to come. Research coping strategies in advance. Always right. After cross-examination, Fang Bing got it. Sadako was indeed from that horror series. He was lying on his stomach in the attic of the wooden house. Prepared to scare someone to death. But he was suddenly contacted by Fang Bing across dimensions. So he wanted to eat Fang Bing, only accepted his call. And Sadako's ability. According to her, ordinary people cannot see her. She can also pass through walls and possess bodies. Heard here. Fang Bing lost all expectations. The ability of this thing, he can basically do it himself. And Fang Bing finally figured it out. Ordinary people cannot see Sadako. And he himself could see why Sadako. The reason is still that necromancy he got from Thanos earlier. Necromancy LV6. It allows him to see spirits that others cannot see. That's why Fang Bing was able to be at the moment Sadako appeared from the summoning circle. Discovered her existence, and to confirm this, Fang Bing also deliberately turned off the super ability of spiritism. Really? No spiritism. Fang Bing could only feel where Sadako was. There is a burst of cold breath, but he couldn't see her at all. In this way, Fang Bing thinks, Sadako is still useful. Because, even practicing meditation, Fang Bing with improved mental power. Unless she took the initiative to show up. Can't see her either. That other people, no special means, want to deal with such a can't see. Invulnerable ghosts, it is even more difficult. Yes. Fang Bing also found out the reason why I was able to knock Sadako away with one blow just now. The roots lie in. He activated the ability of the yellow spring fruit. Use soul power. Attached to the great sword. Later. Fang Bing does not have soul power attached. Only use the big sword to attack. It was found to be completely useless. And added the power of thunder, or the power of an iron fist. Only then will it cause some damage to Sadako. But it can't be killed in one hit, so, Fang Bing decided. You can save Sadako's life. Accept her as a younger brother. Maybe in some occasions in the future, play a special role. Then, after everything is done, Fang Bing waved it back to her own plane. But, because what Fang Bing signed with her just now was a slavery contract. So, use her when needed. It can be summoned at any time by using the array disk. At last, Fang Bing did not forget. I still have one call today that I haven't used. But, as expected, sure enough, the third summon did not summon any useful creatures. Just a dragonfly. It's just a pink dragonfly. I don't know which world it is from, but after Fang Bing fed. Did not find any special ability, just let it go. After the call is over, Fang Bing opened the portal. Back home. I looked at the time, it was 1 or 2 o'clock in the night. Think about it. Simply decided not to sleep. It just so happens that my physique has been upgraded again. Then it's time to explore the sub-underground again. After all, it's been a while since the last time I explored the underground. It's been a long time. Last time, it was because of the new spell shield. That exploration reached a depth of 4,000 kilometers. When Fang Bing left, the whole body was almost melted directly. And later, Fang Bing never got any ability to improve defense. So I never dared to go again. This time the master physique has been upgraded. Fang Bing feels that he should be able to withstand the temperature of the 4,000 kilometer underground magma. No matter how bad it is, you won't die there directly. So, after Fang Bing made up his mind, just left the villa. To the sea. Opened the portal again, in an instant. Hot magma surged out from the portal. Fang Bing ignored it. Just put away the belongings. The spell shield is turned on. Only then did he get into the portal. Just entered the portal. After a while, the shield exploded. It's not because the spell shield from Mordo Magician is too hot. It's because of the center of the earth, from the ground. A total of 6,000 kilometers, where Fang Bing is now. Distance from the center of the planet. That's only 2,000 kilometers away. The temperature here, Fang Bing, is impossible to estimate. Steel is thrown in. It will instantly melt into a liquid. So, spell shield can support him for a moment. It is already very powerful, after the magic shield is broken. Hot lava. Instantly cover the body. Let Fang Bing feel the warmth of Mother Earth. But it's okay. This time it was as expected by Fang Bing. The magma is not the same as last time. Melt his flesh and blood directly. It just made him feel a tingling pain in his skin. This means, the heat here hasn't reached his defensive ceiling yet. So Fang Bing is relieved. He began to continue to explore down. Against the turbulent magma. Stare at huge amounts of pressure. Swim down. The more you travel, the hotter you get. How Fang Bing wished. Can swim and swim. Suddenly I saw big thick legs all the time, block his way. Unfortunately, when he spends hours, explored another 500 kilometers down. Reached a depth of 4,500 kilometers, but still failed to find any traces of the celestial race. As shown in the entry, a sea of red heat. The temperature here. Once again, Fang Bing's tolerance limit was reached. It began to melt his flesh and blood at an extremely fast speed. Today's exploration is over, only temporarily. Then, he opened the portal, with the turbulent magma leaving the center of the earth. When coming out of the portal, he went straight into the sea. Use seawater. To the red-hot body, cool down. That feeling. Just one word. Cool. Fang Bing took a sea bath. Also thinking about the celestial race, he thinks. I'm already very close to my goal, if it is because he is only 1,500 kilometers away from the center of the earth. And the God Cub. according to the memory of his past life. It is impossible to be as big as the center of the earth. Definitely. It's not that the center of the earth is small, either. The space in the center of the earth is actually very large. The radius is 3,500 kilometers, but the celestials in Fang Bing's impression. Adulthood. Each is larger than a planet. So, even cubs, it's not only the core file size, is it? Because of Fang Bing, I should be getting close. And he believed that his direction must not be wrong. Because the celestial race is so big, it must be at the very center of the earth. So, just go down that magma channel, it must be found. What's more, Fang Bing has now obtained the perspective super ability. When he explores down now, perspective and supervision are always on. Everything within a few miles of Fang Yuan, whether it is magma or mantle code. Nothing can block his line of sight, soak in the sea. Fang Bing went straight home, and at this time, he just found out. I have been underground for most of the night. Now, it's already morning, because I just got out of the shower. Full of spirit, Fang Bing didn't bother to catch up on sleep anymore. After returning to the villa, put the sleepy Wanda on. Pulled from the bed. A heart-shaped flower was stuffed in her mouth. Then, just left the villa. Went to Aunt May's house. Had a breakfast. By the way, I gave it to Aunt May. And little Peter, who has turned into little Spiderman. One heart-shaped flower per person. It's not that Fang Bing is unwilling to give more. How many heart-shaped flowers does Fang Bing have? But the problem is, they don't have their own constitution and self-healing power. Take more than one flower rashly. Very serious injury may result. Aunt May and little Peter. For Fang Bing send their heart-shaped flowers. Nothing hesitation. Just ate it. Fang Bing quickly looked at them. The body was transformed by the heart-shaped flower. Spider-Man's physique is originally strong, and now, Fang Bing thinks, should be stronger, just this little guy. I still want to hide it from everyone, so finished eating the heart-shaped flower. Still hiding clumsiness, but Aunt May has no scruples. Demonstrated to Fang Bing on the spot, she lifted the car with her bare hands. This proves, they've all gained Captain America-level strength and fitness. Fang Bing saw success, so I left with confidence. After returning to the villa, Wanda has also been upgraded. Grabbing sandbags in the practice room upstairs. Punch and kick. See Fang Bing is back. Rushed to him. Ask Fang Bing what he ate her. Why is it so amazing? Fang Bing ignored her. Sitting on the sofa. Think for a while. Then he opened the portal again. Left home. When he walked out of the portal. Has come to the moon again. Yes, because the physique has improved a bit. Fang Bing is going to challenge the Black Bolt King head on this time. See if you can shake hands with him, because Fang Bing found out. I want to sneak into Adelan. For some unknown reason. Lead to now. Basically impossible. So, if he still wants to extract the super ability of Adelan aliens. That Black Bolt. It is an obstacle that Fang Bing cannot bypass. So, this time Fang Bing came to the moon. It didn't change into someone else's appearance. Invisibility was not turned on again. Rather, flew straight to the sky above Adelan. Landed down. Then, he took out his big sword, attached to the power of thunder. Patted the shield. After, Fang Bing stood there quietly, waiting for the Adelan alien to appear. Really. Not long after, and someone came out of Adelan. Fang Bing took a look. Huh. It turned out that Black Bolt King appeared directly. Good guy. Although Fang Bing is waiting for him. But I also want to ask a question. This guy is the inhuman king of Adelan. Is it that idle? It's a little turbulent outside. Are you all on your own? But, now that the Lord has come. Fang Bing cheered up. He looked at Black Bolt. Before. Because every time I see Black Bolt. Fang Bing ran away immediately. So, I haven't been able to pay attention to the appearance of a large number of Black Bolt Kings. And now. Fang Bing only found out. This guy is really big. And the crown on the head. There also appears to be a forked metal antenna standing. I don't know what it is for. After Black Bolt came out. See Fang Bing holding a big sword. There is no immediate attack at that time. Because Fang Bing came to harass me several times before. Or become Iron Man. Or they didn't show their true colors. So Black Bolt saw Fang Bing's true face, did not recognize him. But Black Bolt. To Fang Bing, this hastily came to the door. People who hit their own shields. Apparently not in a good mood either. Voice transmission to Fang Bing. Who are you? What's your plan for coming to Adelan? Fang Bing saw that Black Bat King didn't do anything. Naturally, I am happy to chat with him first. If we can talk. Convinced Black Bolt. Just let him let himself in. Then. Fang Bing also uses telepathy from Professor X. Hello. Respected Black Bolt King. I am an alien from the Earth. I heard that there are people of my own kind on the moon, so I came to take a look. Fang Bing's tone was sincere, and said with a kind smile on his face. But Black Bolt is obviously not a fool. He knows that there are aliens on the Earth. But ordinary aliens from Earth. How is it possible to accurately find the invisible Atalan? It can also survive in a vacuum, and talk to him via telepathy? Just for a while. Black Bolt King has already taken from the opponent. Several special abilities were discovered. It's not like what a foreigner can have at all. So, the Black Bat Wong Li judged immediately. People in front of you. Find Atalan. There must be something else. Then. Tell me your true intention immediately, or please leave my territory. Fang Bing sighed secretly when he heard the words. Really? Black Bolt is the king of a race. IQ is still online. Not so easy to fool. Then. Fang Bing also stopped playing around in circles. Officially stated his purpose. I don't have any malice towards Atalan, and I'm really an alien from Earth, but the ability is special, because I'm very interested in Atalan, and I want to go in and visit it. I wonder if it's possible? Black Bat King heard the words. He shook his head directly. Atalan has not been open to the outside world for hundreds of years. Even those aliens of the same kind on Earth, these hundreds of years. They were never admitted into Atalan. What's more, the origin of this person in front of him is unknown. For safety reasons, it is absolutely impossible for him to let him in. Leave quickly, don't come again. Atalan doesn't welcome outsiders. Fang Bing heard the words, helplessly smiled. Go around and around. Talked for a long time. Still doesn't work. It seems that there is only one last way left. Fang Bing started. Because he was feeding the aliens in Atalan. It is imperative. And his purpose of coming to the moon this time. Just weigh it. The gap between himself and Black Bolt King. Wrestle with Black Bolt. So, how could it be possible to be dismissed by the Black Bat King in a few words? Those 2 times before, after Black Bolt appeared. And he fled. Because of. He felt he couldn't beat Black Bolt. Confronting it can be life-threatening, but now. Fang Bing is more than just a physical upgrade. His flight speed. After extracting Magneto's magnetic field control. It has also been greatly improved. From a speed of 5,000 km per hour. Increased to a speed of 8,000 km per hour. Although the speed was 5,000 hours last time. He's not as fast as Black Bolt. Almost got caught up. In the end, I ran away by the portal, but. Fang Bing also almost measured the speed of Black Bolt King. Feel your own flight speed now. It should be no worse than Black Bolt. So. Fang Bing has the confidence. Confront him head on. Because even if you can't beat it, I can still run. I heard that Black Bat King has been invincible in the universe for hundreds of years. I admire it very much. It's fine if Atalan doesn't let him in. Then please play with me. Fang Bing picked up the big sword. Use a very gentle tone. He exaggeratedly praised the Black Bolt King. Disguise yourself as a fanatical teenager who loves to fight. This is to anesthetize Black Bolt. Fang Bing, who is good at fighting, thinks. In this case, even if you can't beat it. Also got caught. It can also save Black Bolt King his own life. Then. After Fang Bing finished shouting. Ignore the constipated expression on his face. Black Bolt trying to explain something. Instantly give the big sword. Put on all buff. Make it colorful and shiny. The figure flashed. Come to Black Bolt. It fell towards him. This sword. It can be said that Fang Bing tried his best. Thunder Force, Neurotoxin, Psychokinesis Amplifier, Magnetic Amplifier. There is also a 5-fold increase in the power of the Iron Fist. Fang Bing thinks. If this fell on Black Bolt King. He shouldn't be able to bear it. Only. Black Bolt faced the blow. I didn't want to resist at all. His instant reaction speed in battle. Seems to be faster than Fang Bing. Before Fang Bing's sword hit him in the face. Black Bolt spoke. There is a sonic attack. Roar. Fang Bing even carried a big sword. In an instant, it was blown away several kilometers. The ground was also sonicated again. Bombarded a huge crater hundreds of meters away from Fang Yuan. Fang Bing stabilized his figure in midair. He rushed towards Black Bolt King again. But. This time I didn't wait for him to approach. Black Bolt made another subsonic attack. Shoot Fang Bing down in the pit. And when Fang Bing fell to the ground, Black Bolt did not stop attacking. Instead, use sonic attacks all the time. Suppress Fang Bing to the ground. And Fang Bing at the moment feels Black Bolt's continuous sonic attack. Like a giant hammer, keep beating yourself. Moments later, Fang Bing had already suffered internal injuries. He vomited blood from his mouth, but the injury just showed up. Immediately self-healing, Fang Bing thinks, if only this level of attack, he can still handle it. So, Fang Bing is leaning on a big sword. Stand up slowly, although difficult, but he also succeeded in the end. Then, Fang Bing is leaning on a big sword. Withstood the sonic attack of Black Bolt King step by step. Walked firmly towards Black Bolt King. Black Bolt saw this scene. His face was angry. After a moment of hesitation, he reached out and took off the crown with the tiny fork on it. And Fang Bing, when seeing Black Bolt take off the crown, still a little puzzled, but the next moment, he sensed something was wrong, seems to sense huge amounts of danger. Assault on him, and the last time Fang Bing felt this way. Or when Hydra used space-based weapons to sneak up on him. So, Fang Bing has no hesitation, the moment Black Bat King just took off his crown. Turn around, by the thrust of sound waves. Fly with full force in the opposite direction away from Black Bolt King. Whoosh. 8 km per hour, plus the thrust of the sonic attack. Fang Bing's speed exceeded his previous upper limit. In an instant, he flew into outer space, and the present moment. When he looked back, I feel like my decision to run away was the right one. Because, after Black Bolt took off the crown on his head, his sonic attack, increased power, boom. The huge pit of hundreds of meters where Fang Bing was just now. It was like a nuclear explosion. Now it has turned into a Tianqing in Fang Yuan Shili. Bottomless. Even more terrifying. Fang Bing is visible to the naked eye. The whole moon. They all trembled a few times. There was a small earthquake. Fang Bing. He was at a loss for words, because Black Bolt helped him recall. What is that thing that Black Bat King wears on his forehead? That little fork in the crown. Fang Bing remembers. That is a special prop. It's called a tuning fork. It is specially used to reduce the sonic power of Black Bolt King. Enables him to emit only a small amount of sound waves. Can control sound waves more finely, so when Black Bolt wears the crown, ability will be suppressed. It's not just possible. Make him do more with the nerfed sound wave. It was also to prevent him from opening his mouth unintentionally. Too much damage to Adelan. Then, Fang Bing understood. It took a long time. The Black Bolt King has always been hiding his strength. So Fang Bing is very straightforward, away from the moon. Flew into space, and it flew in the direction of the sun. The reason for not opening the portal to leave. That is because Fang Bing didn't want Black Bolt. Connect yourself to the people who came to Adelan to harass you before. After all, no matter how strong Black Bolt is, it is also impossible for Fang Bing to give up the tens of thousands of aliens in Adelan. So, we'll come back sooner or later. As for his frequent harassment of Adelan and Black Bolt, Fang Bing was actually a little embarrassed in his heart. But he knows better. This world, the strong are respected. In order to become stronger, he had no choice. But Fang Bing thinks, I didn't do anything harmful to myself. And Adelan, wait till you reach your goal. Just give them some benefits and make up for it. Black Bolt on the moon. Seeing Fang Bing left. At the beginning, he was still angry and wanted to pursue him. But when he found that Fang Bing's speed was not lower than him, he took a deep look at Fang Bing's back, he sighed and returned to the moon. And Fang Bing found out after getting rid of Black Bolt. It also opened a portal directly back to Earth. But he didn't go home. Instead, he arrived directly at the gate of a university in New York. Yes, because it's only morning, so he is ready to continue to set up a stall, and because it is at the gate of the university in London. It has been set up too many times, so Fang Bing chose to return to New York to set up a stall this time. He thinks it's not noticeable, because the food truck is used to set up a stall to sell dark dishes. He still started from London Inn, never posed in New York yet. And the main reason for using food trucks to set up a stall back in New York. Still because there are more famous universities in this city. Average level of scientific knowledge is high. So, when Fang Bing draws their abilities, can be more efficient. After walking out of a portal in a deserted alley, Fang Bing repeated the old trick, made a dining car, pushing the dining car to the opposite side of the university road that I chose today. Then, because I have never sold those dark dishes in New York before. So, Fang Bing doesn't have to think about it now. What new dark cuisine? He just needs to cook the darkness that London has used. Just sell it again in New York. So, today he chose. It was the first delicacy that opened the door to his dark cooking. Canned herring. Pulled out the food maker. It took 10 minutes. Fang Bing made 1,000 cans of herring with ease. Then, Fang Bing opened the portal again. Pick up the little waiter, Lorna. After the little waiter walked out of the portal, I saw the name of the university across the road at a glance. Wow, boss, are we going to do business in New York today? Fang Bing nodded. Signal her to start working. Lorna nodded excitedly. Take the little table and canned herring. Then ran out. A booth was set up in front of the school. Started her hard work. And Fang Bing. Then sit leisurely in the dining car. Pull out a Walkman. Put on your headphones. Subsequently, those familiar songs from previous lives. From the headset. Yes, this is what Fang Bing did in his free time. Take advantage of the onomatopoeic super ability. Fang Bing sang dozens of songs by himself. Copy it into this Walkman. After, Fang Bing began to listen to the song. By the way, start to follow. The system is constantly beeping. Extract the abilities of the diners one by one. Definitely, he has put on a mask, because at this moment, there are bursts of smelly and fragrant smell coming from the school gate. It really makes Fang Bing a little unbearable. Congratulations on obtaining Earth Psychiatry IV7. Congratulations on obtaining Earth Low Temperature Physics IV3. Congratulations, you have obtained Geofluid Dynamics LV5. Congratulations on obtaining Geopolymer Physics IV6. Congratulations on obtaining the Wasp Battlesuit Manufacturing Technology IV8. Stop. Fang Bing found out suddenly. A husky seems to have gotten into the flock. Wasp Battlesuit? What is that? But when Fang Bing acquired this technology, in mind, I understood instantly. What is this Wasp Battlesuit? Also recalled. What kind of technology is this? Yes. Wasp Battlesuit. The kind Ant-Man wears. Able to follow PIM particles. A battlesuit that can be scaled up or down arbitrarily. Depend on. Fang Bing didn't remember until now. I have always forgotten. There is still Ant-Man in this world. There is also the existence of such anti-sky scientific products as PIM particles. Although, it's still early, but, follow Fang Bing's memories. PIM particles. Should have been decades ago. It has been developed by Hank Pym. That now. I got the manufacturing technology of the Wasp Battlesuit. Is that Hank Pym? Just ate your own canned herring? Fang Bing quickly looked at the system records. The reason why he is so anxious, because of. He remembered. The specificity of PIM particles. This stuff, it should help his strength. Because PIM particles aren't the usual way to make people bigger or smaller. But after making people bigger, the strength will also increase greatly. Otherwise, Ant-Man in the Wasp Battlesuit. Originally just an ordinary person. How do you smash planes and throw cars when you get bigger? So, Fang Bing thinks, if you get PIM particles yourself, after that gets bigger, it should also increase your own strength. Definitely helps with strength, and PIM particles are also related to the same thing that defies the sky. That is, travel through time. Fang Bing remembers. Originally Thanos finished snapping his fingers. After killing half of the creatures in the universe. Avengers Alliance member. It is the time machine made by Iron Man and Green Titan. Then use PIM particles as raw materials, realized time travel. Back to the past. Successfully stopped Thanos. Get PIM particles. Not only does it mean that there is an increase in Fang Bing's power. More means. Fang Bing has a chance to master the power to travel through time. Although the time machine that can open the quantum channel. With Iron Man's current level, he definitely can't do it. But that doesn't mean Fang Bing can't do it. He already has the Iron Man's blessing of knowledge. And a quick study of Hive and Suri. It also draws on the scientific knowledge of so many people. Fang Bing thinks, since Iron Man can be made in the future, that myself definitely can do it, and it will be faster than Iron Man. So, manufacturing technology of PIM particles. Fang Bing is a must. Then, Fang Bing looked at the system records. Start browsing. Did he get this technology from Dr. Pym? If it is him, then Fang Bing turned Fang Yuan inside a few miles today. Find him too.